Think you're right. We'll be back in a moment with more of our Oscar special.
I've been hearing the so-called sports expert talk about his realistic home video baseball game. Well, I've played real baseball. And I also played the new Atari Real Sports Baseball, and I like it. Because I can sacrifice fly, as well as steal, pick off runners. Hey, it's baseball like baseball should be played. And who are you going to listen to anyhow? That other guy who just talks baseball? Or a nice guy like me who lives it?
New Real Sports Baseball, one in a series only from Atari.
What do you snivel dead meats want? That's close enough!
My name is Dorothy, and I'm trying to get home.
I was thinking about the wig historically. I guess the Revolutionary War was the last war fought in wigs, and it seems like that must have been hard. You know, they're going into battle, you think, well, do I have my bullets? Do I have my bobby pins? You know, you got to make sure you have everything. A lot more to worry about. What if I get killed? Is my wig on straight? I don't know when the whole wig thing came into style for a man, but I know when it went out. When the mirror was invented. The old guy is looking in a mirror, powdering a thatch of horsehair on his head, going, all right, let's go rap to the lady.
What do you got, Joe? Infection of some kind. Fever, chills, nausea, head and chest pains.
The spinal tap shows a slight elevation of pressure, too.
Besides the run-up, get virology to begin a cross-check against positive serum.
And let me sigh again.
All right, let's go over here. Margaret and Mel. Such a feeling of accomplishment here. How about that? Yeah, they take that.
We're challenge you!
Please, please, please. The bell hasn't sounded. The bell hasn't sounded yet. What do you challenge or accept?
We challenge.
All right, who's going to sing this one?
I'll sing. No.
Margaret says you sing.
You turn the tables on me, and now I'm falling for you. You turn the tables on me. I can't believe that it's true.
That is right. A correct challenge for 20 points. So the score is 80-40. You take a breather. I think you look like you were a little nervous on that one, and he really came through in the clutch. We'll be back in a few moments with more of What's This Song, but first, what's been happening to old Preem? Watch.
That's an expensive process for someone that has all the knowledge to be able to do that, and that's exactly who's looked at those coins, this coin right here, to get it in this holder in Mint State 70. And like I said, I don't know, what do we have sold? Probably
6,065.
6,000 already sold.
A lot of people got multiples.
Yeah, and that's
Selling flaming pins at you. Use the same strategy as before. Equip your shield and telekinetic powers to protect yourself from your dad's tough love and deflect the flaming pins back at the butcher. Sooner or later, he'll kneel down and accept his ass whooping. Hit him till you can't hit him no more, then send his sorry butt to the shredder.
Everyone present and accounted for?
Not quite everyone.
Who's behind?
Mine.
Hey, guys, why did the toys cross the road?
Not now, Ham.
Oh, I love riddles. Why?
To get to the chicken on the other side.
Yippee! The chicken!
When we were at Mervin's the other day, my boyfriend asked what I wanted for Christmas. Well, I admit, I thought jewelry. Oh, they had this gorgeous diamond heart pendant, and Mervin's prices are so low compared to department stores. So I almost did drop a hint, but Walt and I haven't been going out very long. I don't know what he thinks jewelry will say about our relationship. It's probably just too soon for him.
For gifts of love.
Oh, that's easy. You have a big ocean in your country?
Yes.
Okay, send whistleblower to the bottom of there.
Oh, wow. I wish my country was as cool as your country. Hang on. I gotta take this.
Channel 32 wishes you a happy and safe Halloween.
You've come for my delicious cereal, Count Chocula.
It's chocolatey good.
With a devilishly good chocolatey flavor and tasty marshmallows.
Wrong air, Count. Kids come calling for my Frankenberry cereal. It's frightfully good with strawberry flavor and tasty marshmallows.
What a treat!
Count Chocula.
Frankenberry.
We like both.
You can enjoy this good, nutritious breakfast with
Frankenberry. Count Chocula.
Last week here on Tough Tracks, we all had the first opportunity to see the return of Bigfoot 8. And indeed, it was a return, but one that Andy Brass driver, I don't think we were really that happy with.
No, we're not. You know, I can say what last week was one of the first weeks we got back in with TNT monster truck racing here, and it wasn't. We went out the second round. We're having a lot of problems trying to get the truck onto the track and stay with it. We're having problems where we're thinking it's part of the track's fault and part of the truck's fault.
Andy, this is a really high-tech truck. Do you think that you put too much modern technology into just plain old racing?
No, I don't think so. I think what a lot of it is, the truck is set up, it's set up loose, you know, and I think what we're doing is the truck is trying to follow the cars too much. We're getting a bad path in the cars, and the truck's just trying to follow the bad path, you know. We're trying to clear all the cars, land on the ramp, and so we can make a good straight run, but our starting line's not back as far as we'd like it to be, so it's, you know, trying to jump over 6, 7 cars right off the bat is going to be hard.
You were really, really squirrely out there. Do you have any idea how to control that tonight?
Yeah, we're thinking we're going to try to lock the rear straight on it tonight, you know, try some stuff into that. We're thinking our rear wheels are pulling us one way or the other. We're getting our bypass valves are maybe getting a little weak, a little old, and they're not holding the steering like they should, so we're going to lock it solid and try to run that way tonight.
Well, good luck to you and the Bigfoot 8 team.
Well, thank you, Chris.
Let's go now back to Scott and Army.
You know, Bigfoot 8 needs to make up some ground in a hurry in the World Championship point.
Come on, you two. You're missing out on marshmallows. Come on, sis. Marshmallows, food of the gods. We'll have a regular oink fest. Roseanne, how do you like yours? How do you like yours, Roseanne? I like my man. Crispy on the outside.
0-0.
You know.
The team that makes you an eyewitness to news you can trust unveils a new way to see even more news first and faster. Introducing the expanded Live 9 network. A fleet of remote cameras positioned across the area, adding new views from Arlington, Prince George's County, D.C., the airports, and more. Live cameras searching to help you see news, weather, and traffic as it unfolds. The Live 9 network, only on 9 Eyewitness News, where local news comes first.
Best when I'm surrounded by jewel tones.
Sure, who doesn't?
Oh, and all those dinosaur knickknacks you have. Ross, I thought that might be more at home in the garage.
Well, we don't have a garage.
Did I say garage? I meant garbage.
Is Frosty really getting married?
I will not allow it.
A classic holiday special for the whole family. Frosty's Winter Wonderland. Then, a new wee Christmas special. When Dinty Doyle stumbles upon the end of the rainbow.
A golden Christmas dream come true.
The Leprechaun's Christmas Gold.
Wednesday starting at 8, 7 Central on Mountain on ABC.
And now back for more fun with Darkwing Duck. We'll be right back.
Why does that very, very flavor in new very, very cakes taste so very, 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 very big? Because there's big berry flavor in every crispy little bite. That's why that berry flavor tastes so very big. New Berry Berry Kicks. It's a very crispy part of this complete breakfast. The best part is the very, very flavor in new Berry Berry Kicks tastes so very, 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 very big.
Oh, all right. Well, if you get your voice back, will you stop predicting? Yes.
Ideas back and forth and really function as an intellectual team.
Together, the brothers solved the final piece of the puzzle. They hinged the tail rudder and linked it to the wing warping mechanism. Now, for the first time in history, man could glide through the air with control.
It's a beautiful picture. Orville took it from the top of West Hill looking toward Kill Devil Hill. Will launched. He flew straight away to gain altitude and speed away from the hill, and he turned. And he said he knew at that instant, we have done it.
The brothers made nearly 1,000 glides that year, twice flying over 600 feet. The challenge now would be to turn their glider into an airplane.
And so they needed two things. They needed power, and they needed a method of propulsion. So that meant an engine and propellers.
If I could be anywhere in the world at any time, I wouldn't be on the field at Kitty Hawk. I'd be in the bicycle shop in the summer of 1903. The place was a madhouse. They were building and selling bikes at the peak of the season. The doors swinging all day long. They're building the airplane. Inside, there are pieces of it everywhere in the bicycle shop. All this is going on in the midst of that insanity. They're building an engine.
Knowing little about engine design, Wilbur and Orville turned to Charlie Taylor, a machinist who worked in their shop.
He had one of the brothers sketch on the crankshaft with a pencil, and then he cut the crankshaft out with a drill press, a chisel, and a hammer.
Rhythm Tenmok.
Game Boy Advance.
Thank you, Doc. We're back. If you have watched Saturday Night Live the past few months, you already know my next guest. He's emerged as one of the brightest lights of the cast on that show, and this is his first time on the Tonight program.
Sure has changed since I played. 30-foot rises. Contracting goals. This game is nothing like we could have.
College Chaos with brothers
and sisters.
They're the wild, insane guys and girls of Crandall College.
Come on in, girls. Don't touch anything that doesn't touch you.
Look at that babe. See the season premiere of Brothers and Sisters following Super Bowl 13.
Get you, man. Come on, get going. Never mind. Don't have so much talk about it. Mrs. Leonard.
Good evening, young man. Mayor Jones's safety deposit box.
You can't do that. Wasn't kidnapping bad enough?
The two that didn't get away. Catch your crispy, flaky double fillet of fish today with fries and an icy cold Dr. Pepper.
Was just a child. And when I spoke with her on the set of her new FYI show, Cocktails with Chloe, she said that she had a keen interest in seeing how this saga is portrayed. Do you get, I don't even know if it's just butterflies or anxious to see this come about, to kind of relive this?
Braun Flex Control. The first electric shaver with a pivoting head. It automatically adjusts to every contour of your face. Flex Control from Braun. Braun, the last word in shavers.
Chérie, ils ont publié le poème de ton fils.
C'est vrai? Je dirai ça dans la vie.
Is it because it's available with four-wheel drive and ABS? Or is it because 1980 was the year Carl made his first million? No. He chose a new Audi 80 because it's one of the few cars in the world made from fully galvanized steel.
Upset. Can't bear females who cry. Don't look at me like that, Sophie, or I get upset too. Dear Sophie, you understand so much, don't you?
One night only.
How you doing out there? It's a little chilly.
The Simpsons season premiere with The Who, Sunday, November 5th on Fox.
Looking for a great way to transport your valuables? Chevy Blazer. It has more passenger room than Jeep Cherokee and the largest displacement V6 engine in its class, standard. Plus, a smart lease as low as $299 a month makes a true sense of security affordable. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important lease details. The Blazer $299 Smart Lease. See your local Chevy dealer today.
Bedrock. There's the Flintstone house, but we're not stopping there. Here we are, the home of telegram delivery man Shermy Feldspar. He's not the most important fellow in Bedrock, but let's just see what the world would be like without him. If it weren't for Shermy, Mr. Slate would never get that telegram about the crane recall. And Fred, poor Fred, would never be the same. Neither would Smurf Village, and the poor Smurfs would be forced out of their homes. Then this would happen. Then this.
Hey, viejo, ven aquí. ¿Tienes que hacer esta noche?
Nada.
¿Solo?
Sí.
¿Quieres ver un gran espectáculo?
Sí, sí, sí.
Vamos.
Señoras y señoritas, caramelos y bonitas, generales, astronautas, millonarios sin trabajo y demás familia. Las nuevas tandas de El Cancán se presentan hoy y todas las noches en su revista 1967. El pasado, el presente y el futuro. Una renovación completa. Una producción fastuosa con un elenco internacional de primerísima clase. Y yo mero, Manuel Loco Valdés. ¡No se la pierdan!
I don't see anything.
26 yards rushing. He's the leading rusher for Kansas City. And Horton will lose a couple of yards back to the 32. Bruce Schultz was there. It'll be second down and 12.
I'll tell you, in this offense now, I think they're going to have to take volunteers for who's going to carry the ball.
It's certainly obvious what they're going to do with the ball. And right now, they're really in a driver's seat because Seattle has to have the ball, and what they want to do just is really kind of go to an offense where they're going to bleed the clock.
You know, it'd be nice to say that it looks like Seattle's going to come back, but in order for that to happen, the Chiefs' defense has to come apart, and the secondary is playing too well.
And I think David Craig has helped that.
Second and 12. Horton in sails on it.
Safe pass. He was covered and he threw it away.
So it'll be 3rd down and 12. Horton, the intended receiver, easily for the defense. Blackledge last year against Seattle played in both ball games. In the first game, 8 of 17 for 54 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. In the second game, played here at Arrowhead Stadium, 1 for 1. He was in as a mop-up. The end of the ball game, completed 1 of 1 for 13.
And you don't want an interception right now. An interception right now would put Seattle right back in this ball game. You want to be very careful in this situation, and I think they're going to run the ball.
3rd down and 12.
Draw play and let Arnold hang it for 4-point.
Going to the back.
Over the middle.
Oh, he's strangled.
Horton, the intended receiver. Was that Greg Gaines?
Yeah.
Gaines had him in a lock. A flag was dropped.
Now, one official was right on it, and he makes no call. The other one comes all the way from the far sideline, running in, making the call on that. Of course, he had the back to it.
Blackledge is dropping back, and 32 is circling to the inside. Blackledge is waiting. Apparently, he
now,
was
there's the official right near him.
Philomena is getting the money. Philomena is not getting the money.
This is my will. That means it's the law.
Good. After you're dead and you find out I'm not giving her the money, call a cop!
There's never a menu, and never a law. That's the Matapushkos.
Next time on Family Ties.
What does flower power mean?
That 60s spirit is alive and well.
Love, flowers, peace. Kiss me, the creeps.
Yes, the Keaton family's making news, because Mom and Dad's Peace March is turning into a one-way ticket to the Slammer.
Is this really necessary? I mean, it seems a little excessive. Humor me.
Power to the people. Right on.
All right, good.
Next time on Family Ties. Thursday night at 7 on TV 44.
Bigger and bigger, starting with myself. I'm not a very tall guy, so let's round off my size at 100 centimeters. 10 to the second. Now I'm
could kill every living thing on this ship in a matter of seconds.
I understand. Keep on it. I want to know what he has and how we can neutralize any threat. I need options.
Equalizer, can you at home? Strap yourself in for round number 2. The 2 trucks staged right now, Barefoot and Equalizer. Let's see what makes them tick. The Barefoot Dodge, the world champion, is powered by a Keith Black Hemi Dodge, putting out 1,500 horsepower. The Chevy Equalizer, powered by 1,200 plus horses. He's about 150 pounds heavier. It's not going to be horsepower that wins it for Equalizer. It's going to be driving skill. That's what it's all about.
Later incentive. We're now offering $20 in free long distance if you join MCI and friends and family. We sure hope that's enough.
Ragu introduces Chicken Tonight Simmer Sauces, and suddenly everybody's saying,
I feel like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight. Chicken tonight.
Choose from 6 new sauces. Each one's made with real vegetables and herbs, so you can make dishes like country French chicken and chicken cacciatore. Just brown the chicken, simmer, and serve.
I feel like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight.
New Chicken Tonight Simmer Sauces from Ragu.
Chicken tonight.
Our defense is by constant warfare. None of which matters to Shikar or his associates. But I think they do care about what you have done to them, Reaper. Yes.
My lord, the killer was eating cookies.
Quite right.
But my client doesn't eat cookies. She eats fat-free Newtons.
Case dismissed.
A cookie is just a cookie, but fat-free Newtons are fruit and cake. Moist, chewy apple and cake. Raspberry and cake. Cranberry and cake.
Genesis brings you the 16-bit arcade challenge with Ghostbusters. 16.
Well, she and I used to eat that goulash down in West Virginia, eh, Alnick? Tastes
Mighty
good
good.
in the shadow of those hills. Van?
Does the vegetable part grow above the ground?
Yeah. Yep. Johnny?
Is it a fruit?
No. 7 questions, 13 left. Lawrence?
Is it a grain? Any kind of grain?
It's involved? Well, that is involved in the subject.
It is involved.
That's 8 questions, 12 left. Van?
Is it some kind of bread with that we're after?
No, it's not generally called some kind of bread that you're after. You now have but 11 questions left. Florence?
Has this been baked?
No. No. Herb?
Is it a cracker or crackers involved?
No.
Baked.
No, my friend. Florence?
But is it any kind of a griddle cake?
Yes.
Or anything you fry like that?
Yes.
Is it a corn cake?
Well, it could be.
You want another name for it?
That's 13 questions, 7 to go. Now, let's see. I think Johnny had his hand up first.
Well, is it just an ordinary pancake?
Well, a lot of people call it pancake. Eleanor
Is
Stevie?
it French toast?
No, not French toast. You dipped into the wrong thing that time,
Oh, I
didn't you,
know.
Eleanor? Van?
Is it a flapjack?
Flapjack.
Well, some people call them flapjacks, but they're not flapjacks.
Oh!
Eleanor?
Is it a crepe Suzette?
Oh, say, my
That's
heavens.
a $2 pancake.
Yes. Shall we tango?
How many
Yes.
more have we got left?
You have but 3 left, according to your men scoreboard. Florence?
Well, is the thing we want in here descriptive? That is it, are there 2 words, like a fried cake or something like that? Are there 2 words?
2 words are involved in what you're after. Van?
Is it a griddle cake?
Yes, but that's not the name we use.
Buckwheat cake?
No, that's not a buckwheat
How about
cake
hot
either.
cake?
That would have been it, but that's 21, and you have to tell me what hot cakes, my friend.
Hmm?
We were playing
They're
21
going
or
like
20.
hot cakes.
That's question number 22. He's a good man. Hot cakes and going like hot cakes. Well, now, Mrs. C.R. Frank in Amelia, Ohio, we're going to send you the grand prize, too. Take a look at it if you get a chance. It's that wonderful Columbia Encyclopedia. It has all the answers and a tremendous amount of information and write-ups and stories and stuff in it for you. That wonderful thumb-index Columbia Encyclopedia you get, well, that's the 2nd grand prize we've given away here tonight. You people aren't eating so well. Our next subject, however, falls into...
There's something else equally essential to life in the backwaters. It's called a toddy bar, and it's where all the men go when it's too dark.
Listen, friends, wheels and whistle sofa.
Pull the lever to and fro. Watch the wheels and around they go. Push the button, whistle down. The wheels and whistle sofa.
The Thomas and Friends Wheels and Whistle Sofa from Marshmallow.
Going to lock out the water, which is locking in the freshness. It's going to protect your food from going bad. You're going to, if it falls out of your refrigerator, you know what's so nice about it, Guy? You don't have to worry about it falling on the floor and spilling like a lot of your others.
Every time you make a long-distance call, AT&T sends out a signal to check the quality of the line, automatically routing around trouble before you've even finished dialing. Because at AT&T, we don't just say your calls get through. We guarantee it.
Linda, I'd like to bounce an idea off you.
AT&T, for the life of your business.
Suitor. Sponge.
Frank, as long as we have to work together, I don't see why we can't be friends.
Friends? Don't you dare mention the word friend to me, you nurse. Scissors.
Dip, 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 dip. Granola dip. I really dip, 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 granola dip. Chocolate and granola already in my whole granola dip, dip, dip.
Quaker granola dips, a hauntingly wholesome Halloween treat. Chewy granola dipped in real milk chocolate.
Chocolate and granola, lose my self-control, a granola dip.
The perfect treat for your little monsters.
It's the shopping season again, but this year don't run all over town. Just stop at Eckerd.
This week at Eckerd, get $2 off entire stock of Revlon Color Stay Cosmetics and string-to-string 100 light sets, multi, clear, or solid, regularly $5.99 each, now 3 for $10. And box Christmas cards, now 50% off comparable value.
Only at Eckerd, the perfect place to stock up for the holidays.
You think?
Perfect. I will give you all the TLC that you need. You know, Scott loves decorating the tree with me. He always insists on putting the tree topper on himself.
Every day is an exciting challenge, working with young students who have their whole lives ahead of them. I help them see their opportunities. You can't reach much higher than that.
School librarian. It's not a quiet career.
Soon from Trimark Interactive.
Warlock is here.
The ultimate action-adventure 16-bit video game experience.
It is time.
Warlock, the game. Travel through time to the Dark Ages. Explore evil castles. Do battle in the caverns of a mythical underworld.
There are 6 stones. You must possess them all to win.
Warlock. Available only from Trimark Interactive. Warlock, the video game. Look for it soon.
In that direction right now. As a matter of fact, that's a good point for brainstorming. Let's think of what are some of the actions that we have already taken on this in this direction. Yes.
No air conditioning in our suite at the Cancun retreat.
That's right. We had no air conditioning in Cancun. That's very good.
We're using recycled paper for the memos.
Recycled paper for the memos. Now that's going to save at least 1 million pieces of paper every week just from the people in this room.
Okay, now I'm getting ticked. Now I want to see some action right now.
When you say right now, does that mean next Tuesday would be okay?
You know, I am sure we could get an action plan together by then.
Can't do it Tuesday. I've got a crisis management seminar.
Wednesday's no good for me. It's my power walking day.
No, we won't have this room again until next Thursday anyway, and it does have the comfy chairs.
No, we got to keep the chairs. That's really important.
In the morning, I have at 2 o'clock.
All right, Thursday morning looks good for me. How's it for everybody else? All right, Thursday morning it is. That's set. Where's Stan?
Next week on the ineffectual middle management suck-up. See, so it turned out that Stan the terrorist only grazed himself.
Yes, he could use more assault rifle training.
Yeah, well, he seems like a nice guy, so it should be fun working with him.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, the head of personnel found him wounded in the hallway, thought he showed a lot of initiative, so he's just joined the management trainee program.
Who's for lunch?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go see if Stan wants to come.
Yeah.
Good idea. What a good idea.
You sit tight. I'll be right back.
Hey, Rich!
What? You're acting strange, man. What's the matter with you?
There's a bomb in that building.
No, there's.
No, there's a bomb in that building.
There is not.
There is a bomb in that building. And you know how come I know there's a bomb in the building?
How?
Because I got 8 days to retirement, and I will not make a stupid mistake.
Look, there is no bomb in that building. I will bet vital parts of my anatomy to the fact. Now, look, just...
夜空の星をレーザー光線で指し示す。日立のスタービジョンは星座もくっきりこの通り。ただいま星の授業中。
Business guy, did you know that starting August 31st, the Superstation brings you the best college football coverage with 5 of the nation's top teams, including #1 Oklahoma?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Ace, did you know that all this excitement includes Heisman Trophy candidates Reuben Mays of Washington State, Auburn's awesome Bo Jackson, and Ohio State's bulldozer Keith Byers?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Super Football Saturday. It's less than 3 weeks away, only on Superstation WTBS.
Halloween party, where fantasies come true. I put on Showtime makeup and did a dance or two. The boys and ghouls were hanging out like Vamp and Tigress too. My Showtime face was all in place, then Rock Angel, I saw you.
It's Showtime, the adult Halloween makeup. Showtime is hypoallergenic, more comfortable than masks, more fun too.
You know you are my fantasy, but I can't speak to you.
Make up a Halloween fantasy with Showtime makeup.
Halloween's coming. What are you gonna do about it? Whether you do a little or a lot, be an original this Halloween and find yourself at Hallmark.
Hallmark has a way.
And at participating Hallmark stores, get your hands on the Spooky Sounds tape, full of creepy sounds and Halloween theme songs. $1.95 with any $5 Hallmark purchase, only at participating Hallmark stores. It's a scream.
Accident. That's when I heard Dawn yelling.
Incredibly, the young woman, Dawn Thompson, is still alive, but badly pinned. Crewmen scrambled to remove the roof of the vehicle.
I am Flame. Flame is light. Sailor, planet, attack!
Will the Earth be destroyed? Sailor Mars has the answer. The battle between good and evil continues. Sailor Moon, today at 4. Only Toonami.
Fill her up, Pop. Or fill her up, Pip. Or fill her up. Oh, put some gas in it. What's the hurry, young feller? I'm going out to dig for gold. Or don't for gig. Or gill for dig. Oh, fiddly-dee. I'm going out to dig for gold. Gold? Don't make me laugh. Why, there ain't no more gold in them hills than there is in a hound dog's tooth. Listen, son, I've dug for gold in every corner of the world. Why, I remember back in 1849. Of course, I was just a little... What's your name? Hey, Biscuit. What's yours?
Lee.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about, man. Now I'm on vacation. I knew you'd come through. I just knew it. America? Wanna come to America with me? Ever been to America? Lee, how's your girl? Lee, what's wrong?
That's Ricky 10.
That's...
Oh, hey, kids. Dial 1-800-COLLECT and you'll save Mom at least $1 or $2.
Save $1 or $2?
Oh, she'll love that. Only if she likes saving money. Don't forget.
Forget? For a collect call, dial 1-800-COLLECT.
I have 5 words for you.
You're cute. You're coming with us.
What's going on? Whoa. Wow. Let's ride.
1-800-COLLECT. Save a buck or two.
Your commissions, maybe you wouldn't have put all that junk down my throat in the first place. Listen, how would you like it if I come up... hello? I may just sue that sucker.
He's probably sold my clothes by now. Can't we do something?
Two separate worlds. One shadow, one light. Where the difference between life and death is a few inches of metal. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, only for Nintendo GameCube. Rated T for teen.
This Thursday through Saturday will be unseasonably cool. How cool? How does an extra 10% off Sears' already low sale prices sound? Just use your Sears card, and we'll take a cool 10% off everything you buy. Refrigerators, televisions, the new fall styles. Everything is 10% off, even sale prices. Every time you use your card.
One card for the many sides of Sears.
How cool is that?
Annual fee on any card, only from Discover. How does Dove Men Plus Care Stain Defense go beyond sweat protection? Clean.
Doesn't say my clothes.
I don't get the underarm pit stains. We couldn't have said it better ourselves. Try Dove Men Plus Care Stain Defense for anti-stain and anti-mark protection.
Taste! Sweet, delectable fruit in the middle. You might never eat plain old shredded wheat again. Kellogg's Squares, shredded wheat with taste, free in every bite. And speaking of taste, now Squares have 35% more raisin. Great taste.
Post Kitchens.
102, take 6.
Here's our new baby.
Center Cluster Raisin brand.
Wanted to make something that tasted like cinnamon raisin bread.
We take raisins.
Lots of raisins.
Sprinkle on lots of cinnamon.
Wheat oat bran.
This is a beautiful flake, isn't it?
Got the cinnamon baked right into every cluster.
It smells good.
Center Cluster Raisin Bran.
Hungry?
A tremendous flavor explosion.
That's when I lost my hair.
Like it?
New Center Cluster Raisin Bran, a breakfast bonanza.
Well, $5,000 is a big chunk of change.
Shop is free, shop is free, shop is free, shop is free.
Yeah, $2,500 for you. $25.
On an all-new Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. You've got to stop hiccuping. My hiccups are invincible. Don't miss an all-new episode of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Tonight at 7, Cartoon Network's Last Day of Summer.
Still tied score. And here's the tie-breaking question for Fenella with her magic Etch-a-Sketch and her opponent Maximilian with his magnetic Magna-Sticks. Ready? Draw or build the biggest animal in the jungle. It's the elephant. They're both right. How do they do it? Etch-a-Sketch draws and writes like magic. Turn the knobs and the lines go up and down and all around. No crayons, no chalks, never any mess. Turn Etch-a-Sketch upside down and shake and everything disappears. Magna-Sticks builds things magnetically. No nails, no screws, no messy glue. You get over 100 pieces to make trains, planes, animals, dolls, and pretty designs. Develop artistic and scientific skills with Etch-a-Sketch and Magna-Sticks. They're kid-tested toys from the Ohio Art Company. Hi-yo!
How about community relations?
Well, we blew up the crime scene, killed the suspects.
And joined the local parade.
I like it.
Play the deluxe Monopoly game at McDonald's and instantly win sophisticated, exciting deluxe prizes. Get the grown-up taste of the new Arts Deluxe and deluxe your luck.
I won!
At McDonald's.
The great whale shark, one of the sea's largest inhabitants, feeds on some of the smallest. These filter-feeding behemoths pump enough water through their gills every day to fill 5,000 swimming pools. Cruising with their mouths open, they strain enough plankton from the water to feed their massive bulk, which can reach 12 tons. The manta ray is another huge filter feeder. Though their wingspan can reach up to 7 meters, they too feed on tiny plankton.
Want to be alone? No. I checked with the ticket agent in Stockton. He never saw her get on that train yesterday.
She might have taken a stage, changed her mind.
Or had it changed for her. You know, if Mother doesn't show up for that inquest, Jared, they got no case against Buddy. Huh?
French toast. To go? Yeah, to go. French toast sticks. Now that's breakfast. Burger King, the best food for fast times.
20, and he's like the hottest man. 5:36, he wakes up, and I can hear the weights clanking around 6:30.
For me, the physical, the mental, and the spiritual goes together.
Well, listen, speaking of health, you guys are here for a special edition of Shop ET with our partner Knocking.
Gym rap's deeply personal to me. I had 2 small children.
Time to look younger fast with a flawless finish in just minutes every day with Luminess. This limited time offer is not available in stores, so don't wait.
To order your Luminess system, call 1-800-718-9772. That's 1-800-718-9772, or visit us online at trysilk.com.
Both of your arms, and we've chosen a point on the knuckles, which I will now follow, and you will see what happens to the path during successive cycles. There's 1 cycle, 2 cycles, and we'll go through 6 or 7 cycles. And then we'll do the same on the left side. Now, following this, we can use the cursor on this screen to actually delineate the area which you've moved through with your 2 limbs.
100 Mega Shock Neo Geo.
ADK.
That's for making me come to Mars. You know how much I hate this fucking planet. Cuff him.
No fumble, no foul. The jersey will be right back. Part of Extra Helpings Weekends.
It uses focused microwaves to vaporize the enemy's water supply.
Do the same with charm and sex appeal.
A soldier must be patriotic.
A woman's got to be exotic.
You know, attacking somebody. Our hearts cheered because any victory that she had was our victory too, as much as Joe Lewis's punches or Jackie Robinson's capacity to knock the ball out of the park.
All you wanna do is bill and coo, but you...
In 1945, MGM gave me a script for a Broadway musical called St. Louis Woman.
Love me true, legalize my...
I was to play a flashy whore in love with a jockey. I did turn it down, but the repercussions were awful, and I was put on suspension. Even though Mr. Kern himself asked MGM if they could loan me out to do Showboat on Broadway, they said, we're not going to let her go. We're going to keep her, punish her, you know, we'll keep her off salary, and she can work in one of the cabarets, but no Showboat. When I was finally put back on payroll, MGM let me play Julie in a movie which featured a few Showboat songs.
I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help
So when they were casting the movie many years later, I naturally assumed I would get that part, and I really wanted it. But Hollywood racism was still rampant. Instead, they chose Ava Gardner, my best white girlfriend out there, put dark makeup on her, created especially for me, dubbed her with somebody else's voice, and she played Julie. It was a great disappointment to me. The other black actors finally were friendly when they saw that I wasn't doing any bigger parts than they were.
I would describe her Hollywood career as aborted and frustrating. She was a black woman in a white man's town at the wrong time.
And I saw that my situation was just like my father thought. They're going to give you this one part, and that's it. And he was telling the truth. They hadn't made me a maid, but they hadn't made me into anything else either. I hated California. I hated California.
Boy, that McDonald's Egg McMuffin sure smells good.
95 cents, please.
Yeah, we know. 95 cents for the breakfast bargain.
Farm fresh egg, Canadian style bacon. Look, just give me 95 cents.
No. You keep yours. We'll get our own there, Colonel Coin Collector.
Break in 95 with McDonald's 95-cent Egg McMuffin. A hot, fresh Egg McMuffin or a tempting Big Mac for just 95 cents.
You don't understand. I need 95 cents.
What does she need 95 cents for, Jerry?
Yeah, she's already got Egg McMuffin. For a limited time, so hurry.
What are we, a change machine?
Watch it on FX now. Download the free app.
Coors Light, the silver bullet. It's frost brewed to tap the clean taste of the Rockies.
Hey, where'd you come from?
The Hall of Fame, my man. You guys look bigger on TV.
Look, I'm sorry. Maybe I should have told you, but you have got to trust me now.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
Because he sent me this. He's coming after you. Now get the hell out of there and let me equip.
This moment of Yuletide joy is brought to you by Comedy Central.
It's scary how clear it is. It's only a movie.
Natural sounds go into my music. And they sound natural on TDK. It's not just a cassette, it's a little music machine that delivers the best sound for its size I've ever heard.
TDK, the amazing music machine.
Yeah. Attaboy, Nasty! You tell him, Nasty. Give it to him! He ain't nasty! Silence! Silence! And I'm gonna tell you how this goody besmirched my reputation. It was just about the turn of the century, see, that I spotted these two guys with a weird-looking machine. Yeah.
Are you ready, Orville?
Let her go.
It begins with everything you need to take to the track. First, these binoculars. For a close-up of the action, aluminized construction for durability and lightweight, total lens and center focus, Mercury binoculars. And this stick seat. So you can rest after the agony of defeat or the thrill of victory. This featherweight stick seat imported from England with leather saddle and hand grips, cast aluminum fitting. And this travel bar. When the occasion calls for libation, you'll be prepared for this fitted case, complete with opener, stirrer, cups, and even playing cards to while away the time while you wait the results. And for financing your fun at the track, here's $500 in tax.
It's the Horror Hall of Fame 3, an all-star tribute to terror, starring Robert Englund. With scenes from some of the greatest horror films ever, including Alien, The Bride of Frankenstein, Night of the Living Dead, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and many more. Plus, world's screamier sneak peeks at the scariest new monster movies. The creepy comedy of The Amazing Jonathan. The monstrous music of Bobby Boris Pickett. And me, I'm Shadow Stevens. The Horror Hall of Fame is brought to you by Nightmare, the interactive video board game that will thrill you with an hour of frightening fun. Butterfinger Candy Bar. Menon, makers of Speed Stick antiperspirant and deodorant. And by S.C. Johnson's Toilet Duck.
Yes, how's it going over there? Huh? Okay, fine. You're on. I'm on, and I'm ready.
There are many ways to keep a marriage happy, but one sure way.
After many a long mile of stretch and walk it, Stan had a deep hunger grumbly in the tumbler, which we all do, and wouldn't he, after trickly our huffalo down to hill and dale? Oh, yes. So he sit him down on a leafy blanket, reached in his pocket, and out come the mincemeat sandwiches, when?
Sunday, poor Santa's tuckered out.
Nobody really cares anymore.
And all the elves are out of work.
What?
And it will surely be a blue Christmas, unless there's a miracle in the nick of time.
Christmas, see?
It's big trouble if it's a year without Santa.
Stand up.
Wait.
Ah.
Here, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Where's your friend?
He had a sudden urge.
What?
Okay, buddy, what do you think of Merita bread?
I never tasted it.
Now, what do you think of Merita bread?
Clothing. It does not have to touch the skin. So you can hold it over that area, and within a few minutes, you should know whether it's working. And the way that you know it's working is, number one, the pain dissipates, and number two, you feel a little bit.
It's the first time I showered.
I feel clean and not itchy.
You know, I love feeling this soft. What is it? Come on, tell me.
Introducing a whole new way to take care of your skin. New Ivory.
It's Ivory?
It's not the same Ivory.
So how'd they do it?
Unlike soap, New Ivory helps your skin keep its natural moisture, so it's safe for even the most delicate skin.
There's a real difference.
I could feel it the first time.
New Ivory. Feel the difference the first time.
Can I keep it?
Different type of element.
Dewy, plump.
Yes.
And really gorgeous, gorgeous finish. But it is instantly blurring, filling, smoothing, and tightening out the appearance.
Yes. Take it! He better see us.
I have a hunch those guys from Big Daddy's gang.
You want me to tell them you're not in?
Sue, I'm ready for those bums.
You're at home with Kate and Allie, weeknights at 6:30 on Fox 19.
We now return to The Haunted on Fox Night at the Movies.
Feeling okay?
Not really.
Wanna go get a cup of Joe?
That might help a little.
There's a place across the street.
I hear the coffee's better downtown, and it's much further from the park.
Hey, you didn't push me down the slide yet, Dad.
Oh, don't tempt me.
Intrinsic knowledge about the blocks world. So Terry Winograd has filled its knowledge base with facts about the objects it contains, their properties, and their relationships to each other. It's by correctly carrying out his commands that the program proves it understands English.
How to dress your dog up to look like an angel. I could have lived all eternity without seeing this.
They're worshiping us, Tess. It's all wrong.
Speaking of all wrong, haven't you lost somebody?
He's preparing for his appearance.
Comedy Central Movies presents When Harry Met Sally. Long story short, they met, became friends, and fell in love. If only it was that easy. When Harry Met Sally. Tonight at 8, only on Comedy Central.
I got my Saturn. I noticed Dr. Cuervo also had one. I asked her why she got hers, and she said, well, it just made sense. And then I noticed Dr. Kwiatkowski had one. Turns out her sister recommended it. Well, then I saw Dr. Huang had one. And I said, come on, how many doctors are driving these things? You've got 4 opinions right here. Why did I buy the car? I was attracted to its safety features. Ask your doctor.
Bello Kevin, tu le dice England?
Introducing Nintendo Score 64 and win at Taco Bell. Just peel the coin off the lid, score 64, and you could win an N64 system, cash, or millions of other great prizes. And who knows who'll win the Porsche Boxster. It's Score 64 and win, only at Taco Bell.
All new Murder, She Wrote. Then the Waltons.
Do I like Tylenol? Yeah. For fever, backache? Yeah. For headaches, Tylenol helps, but sometimes not enough. So I found something that relieves my headaches better. Excedrin. If you don't believe me, medical research will tell you Excedrin works better for headaches than Tylenol. Now, I'm not saying give up Tylenol for fever and stuff. I wouldn't. But if something's better for relieving headaches, you use it for headaches.
Excedrin, the headache medicine.
This is CBS.
Annie, get out of here, hurry up. Give my stuff to the police. Put him in the coffin.
They're the best in town. Well, they have spice and nice barbecue flavor.
Baked ham. Melts in your mouth. Honey mustard with pickle. Awesome.
Prime rib stew.
It's the best stew in the city. It feels like my grandmother just made it this morning.
Always hits the spot.
We're gonna make a prime rib stew. Once a week, we cook prime rib. Okay. We always have these little ends of prime rib left over. Yeah. You should have been a chef.
Ah, I'm more of an eater.
Mirepoix, celery, onions, and carrots. Salt and pepper, ground bay leaf. Add a little bit of red wine to deglaze. And let's add the water. We better add our beef stock. That's real hearty. Red skin potatoes. In fact, some of these actually come from Ontario.
Oh.
Add the beef pieces, thicken it with a roux. 15, 20 minutes on a slow simmer.
This is your?
Prime rib stew from Charlie the Butcher.
Beautiful gravy. The prime rib is tender. It's just delicious.
So good. The beef just melts in your mouth. You can eat about 4 bowls of these. But then after you eat the 4 bowls, you're gonna fall asleep.
So rich. Big chunks of beef, lots of vegetables. It definitely warms you up for sure.
We're in Buffalo. We've been known to have a little snow here.
And even on a day that's really sunny, I would eat this. I would do this.
Dunk it. Dunk it.
It has been dunked.
Good eat.
It's good eat. Has it always been the same?
The quality, yeah, definitely.
You walk in here, how does it make you feel?
It's warm, it's friendly.
I enjoy the people. We're all on a first-name basis.
Bread pudding.
Oh, the bread pudding. They put caramel sauce on it.
Best way to end the meal. Warm, sweet, really delicious.
Roast turkey with cranberry orange relish.
It's a nice switch from the beef.
So I'll have one of those and then sneak the beef out the back door. Pocket sandwich. Yeah.
John, we're going to do a roast turkey breast. That skin has some fat in it, and it protects the turkey from drying out. So we're going to do a little salt and pepper. It'll cook in 90 to 95% of its own humidity, and it's due at a low temperature.
These are the same Kaiser rolls.
Yeah. You want a little skin on your turkey or no?
Yes. Oh, look at that. It just falls apart.
Extra slice. Cranberry orange relish.
Something you guys...
Yeah, let's hang out. Cool. How long can you... Rock Jocks! They're a couple of cliff-hanging maniacs with mountain goats, birds, and yetis on their back. How long can you... Rock Jocks! It's Rock Jocks. Flip a chip, hang 'em on, watch 'em stretch. A yeti. Yes! Hang on the longest to win. How long can you... Dude, I'm gonna crash. Cool.
I win.
Rock Jocks!
Cool.
Sean Hayes. It's June 26th, and you're watching Through the Decades.
Join us as we travel through television across the decades, featuring 8 hours of magnificent misadventures.
Unleash the Typhoon. The Typhoon hovercraft blasts over the ground on a cushion of air. You command it by radio control. Typhoon runs on land and water. Typhoon and Mini Typhoon, the only 9.6D radio control hovercrafts in the world from Tyco.
It was a simpler time. A time of hope and faith in the future. Blue jeans and white t-shirts were in. And Mazda introduced the Miata. A ragtop, a two-seater, a true roadster. Everyone seemed to be feeling pretty good. The new Mazda Miata. It not only gives you a glimpse of 1990, it takes you back as well.
All right, no homework today. Let's do something fun. Yeah, why don't we...
Hey, you looking for fun, huh? Want to smoke some weed?
We better not. Superman! Wonder Woman!
Don't worry about those hoods.
We'll go somewhere that's really fun. This is great!
Now you can have fun.
Discover the club that beats the streets.
Your local Boys and Girls Club.
It definitely had nothing to do with it. It's ridiculous. I mean, I can say I definitely didn't do it because I know what I did or I didn't do. But I cannot definitely say that about anybody else because I don't definitely know. For all I know, you're the rat.
For all I know, you're the rat.
All right, now you're using your damn head. I mean, for all we know, he's the rat.
Hey, that kid in there is dying from a damn bullet I saw him take. So don't you be calling...
Donald's script. Smart, edgy thriller. It's the best script I've read all year.
Oh. Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it for a shitload. 2 fucking talented guys in one family. In fact, you know, maybe you could bring your brother on to help you with the orchestra.
The animals of Wasanga will retreat to higher ground in the surrounding woodland.
V6 engine in its class. The most interior space in its class. Amenities that would surprise you in any class. For those seeking refuge from mediocrity and compromise, we offer the Sanctuary. Presenting the all-new Infiniti i30. It's all the best thinking.
It's so beautiful!
It's a little thing that helps you with every morning. It's Bounce freshness that's there when you need it. It's there when your little ones get dressed for the day, and when making the bed seems a little bit easier. Because Bounce has long-lasting time-release freshness that you can count on every morning. Bounce. It helps make any morning a beautiful morning. And now try new, even fresher outdoor fresh scent Bounce.
Beautiful morning!
Sign here, Jones.
For James, too, we claim a credit of $73. Therefore, we have
You are a traveling movie theater. You are a roving jukebox. You have no wires to hold you back. Introducing the HP Pavilion Notebook with Intel Centrino mobile technology, starting at $9.99 after rebates. Connect, download, and print remotely with built-in wireless capability. Listen to music or play DVDs at the touch of a button with HP's exclusive Quick Play feature and optional remote control. Sit back and enjoy your favorite movies, alone or with a friend, on the high-definition widescreen display. Call now, and for a limited time, get a free CD burner upgrade and a free HP printer. And let us help you customize your notebook. The HP Pavilion Notebook with Intel Centrino mobile technology. It's the home theater for when you're not at home.
Spirit, we've made high heels that are as comfortable as sneakers. So just imagine what we can do for a casual shoe. Easy Spirit Casuals.
Band Geek Wedding.
What?
Yeah, I'm that guy. Now, what I need you to do is drag your ass down to your little store, gather up some flowers, slice them and dice them, jam them all together, and cart that crap down to the wedding.
Are you completely insane?
You have no idea.
Even if I overlook the fact that this is the rudest thing I...
Holidays.
And with my Bank AmeriCard Cash Rewards credit card, I love them even more.
I earn 1% cash back everywhere, every time.
2% on groceries. 3% on gas, automatically. No hoops to jump through.
That's 1% back on...
2% on pumpkin pie.
And Apple.
3% back on 4 trips to the airport.
It's as easy as 1,
2, 3.
The Bank AmeriCard Cash Rewards card. Apply online or at a Bank of America near you.
Today, over 40 million families are getting something extra. It's not a tax refund. They haven't won the lottery, didn't get a raise. What's happening is the one place where they all shop has lowered prices.
Each grape imparts different flavors into the wine, depending on how juicy the grape is.
It's you know, they bring you in, you're talking to the same people, so after a while you start putting, you know, you just put the logo on everybody's forehead and you're like, okay, all right.
Right. You know what, you mentioned you've been doing this now 27 years, and I wonder how you just described this whole process of making the deal with Netflix and how that process has changed for you. Like, the audiences are still...
Go country with a new music video at 10.
The Sound of Music continues, starring Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer.
Imagine a brain whose left side is as brilliant as its right. A brain as artistic as it is logical, that can calculate and create. Such a brain exists in the remarkable Apple II GS. Brilliant graphics, brilliant color, brilliant sound, to help you use both sides of the most personal computer of all.
Lose weight and save money. With Net Zero High Speed, you can surf the web up to 5 times faster than standard dial-up. Why wait for expensive DSL or cable? Get Net Zero High Speed now for just $14.95 a month at netzero.com.
Running down a mountainside. Magic elixir. Hundreds of thousands years old. Can you put it into words? Lustrous and shiny. Milk by cow. The left portion of young radioactive hosts.
The previous Milk by Cow promo for Radioactive was in fact a gag, and in no way should milk be mistaken for a love potion. Thank you.
Radioactive, Saturday at 5.
Keep it clear! On YTV.
House. And I pledge that no matter how bad things get, I'll never drink really cheap beer.
Thanks for last week's tip on turning back the odometer on a BMW. That saved me from a massive grounding. Now I've got a different problem. I started dating this really cool guy named Lars that I met at the Soundgarden show, but my parents don't like him, even though he's been clean for a week. They say if I don't quit seeing him, I can't go on the senior trip to Cancun. What can I do to really piss off my parents? That's a great question, Siobhan. So as usual, I'll turn it over to Heather, our piss them off expert.
Thanks, Ann. Babe, you've got a classic problem that demands a classic suburban rebel solution. I recommend a 5-step attack program guaranteed to totally piss your parents off. Step 1, make sure they know you're upset. Start with a comment like, "You hypocrites, I'm sick of your middle-class idea of morality." Brow. Step 4, hide in your room and play Tracy Chapman really loud. And then just come out at dinner time, but don't say a word, and only eat like raspberry frozen yogurt. And step 5, get one of these diary books and leave it open in a conspicuous place. It should include entries of things like, "I just don't know if I can go on. We were all tripping pretty bad. And then Lance took off all my clothes." You know, if this stuff doesn't get the reaction you want, it's time to take the ultimate step, which is running away. For advice on this drastic measure, let's go to the running away expert, Justin.
Thanks, Heather. Okay, you guys, running away is not something you just go off and do. It takes a lot of planning, and there are some rules you need to follow. Okay. For one thing, you should always run away with a member of the opposite sex, right? I mean, that's common sense. And you should always do it in a good car that has a good PC. I mean, there's no sense in running away to someplace like Chehalis. Remember it.
Starring Yul Brynner, Richard Benjamin, and James Brolin. Westworld, the ultimate resort. Boy, do we have a vacation for you, for you, for you, for you.
Money, Chipotle pays the price.
After all the food-related illness last quarter, it's no surprise Chipotle's earnings fell 44%.
And the company isn't out of the woods yet. It faces a difficult and expensive year trying to restore public confidence in its food safety.
Legal marijuana sales.
Killer DVD system. This is my killer DVD rental section. You have the hardware, Blockbuster has the software. We have more DVDs to rent than ever, and you like your DVD rental guaranteed. The best way to DVD is Blockbuster.
And now, before our panel says goodnight, may I remind you to tune in again next Sunday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when once again we invite you to play What's My Line? For other localities, check your local listings for the date and time of our weekly series.
Yellows, yellow ochre. Oh, even a little bright red and Indian yellow here. I'm going to just jump back and forth between all the yellows and bright red.
Think about it.
She's alive! Alive!
I'm going to show you guys the time of your life.
It was the biggest mistake they ever made, and the best thing that ever happened to them.
It's purely sexual.
Weird Science, rated PG-13. Now at select theaters. Check newspapers.
Thanks very much. Good to have you in. Thanks very much. And now, in just a moment, our panel will be back to say good night. But now, here is a word from next week's sponsor.
A Today Show exclusive, explosive evidence in the Michael Jackson case. The accuser's own words revealed for the first time. Tomorrow on Today.
I think if she was alive today, she'd be so horrified.
Why Sarah Ferguson says the obsession with Princess Diana needs to stop. Plus, Al-Qaeda's link to the bombings in Spain and a potential new plan to attack the U.S. at 11.
Now, hold on. Oh, Saturday and Sunday. Today's Tuesday.
You know, when I was a kid and got a hold of a nickel, I thought I was rich. I didn't turn up my nose at pennies either. Today, some folks won't even bend to pick them up. Well, here's a bowl of steaming Quaker oatmeal. And I can't think of a healthier way to start the day. Costs you 1 nickel and 4 pennies. So if you can't be bothered with nickels and pennies, throw them in a jar. Start an oatmeal fund. Quaker Oats. It's the right thing to do. Not too expensive either.
Mr. Escoffery, we will show it to the audience there at home. Here we go. Panel, I can see you examining this vehicle here. And from now on, you're on your own, an individual. To help classify Mr. Escoffery's secret, it concerns something about the car, obviously. And Betsy, let's start with you with a new hairdo.
All right.
Which I find kind of cute.
Thank you kindly. Mr. Escoffier? No, I want to say Escoffier. Escoffery.
Sensei Wu is turned against the ninja.
What have they done to you?
And you'll never guess who this mysterious stranger is. No, seriously, we have no idea either. It's an all-new Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu special event. See it first, Wednesday at 6:30, 5:30 Central on Cartoon Network.
Don't see a lot of. The seeds fall down from the bin, goes right down the tunnel, and it drops in one at a time. You just walk along. Somebody will stick that in the corner of their cabin, and it'll look great there. And I'm going to offer you the $5 on this because it's got pieces missing. Look, it's missing the back. It's missing.
果たして堀田由美子の一撃にザッピーはどんな策略で臨むんでしょうか。
ちょっとこそ場を失うこの大熱戦だ。リバース五輪スペシャル。お、これを尾崎が返して関西やっと尾崎にタッチ。一体どんな結末を見るんだこの戦い。さあ JWP の戦場、その戦いに終止符を打つのはツープラットフライングボディフライングヘッドバット。
The other hostages rejoin their families, but there is no resolution of the problem. A Moluccan says it was all a mistake.
What we, of our friends, have done in the actions is they have weapons, but they don't use it. They didn't want to kill anybody. They used weapons only to press, not for killing.
7 terrorists get prison terms, 6 to 9 years. The hostility towards the South Moluccans in Holland becomes even more bitter. Another of those problems involving a small part of the globe, yet there seems no solution.
By Addison.
Guys!
Follow the scent. Lead me to Stein.
Tomorrow on Later Today, is sexy Selma Hayek making a big career move? The Hollywood dish on her latest project. Tomorrow on Later Today. It's like today, only later.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody move! Ouch!
Don't panic! I was ready for...
Really try and maintain that balance. What's really important for us is to have covered walkways so that when it's raining, which it does very often, you can just walk around and really visit so much of the wildlife and the bird life.
The NFL in takeaway giveaway ratio in 1984 were among the leaders last year. And again, that Chuck Knox trademark coming to the fore in this game.
Well, if this is any indication, they'll be leading it after the first week because they have really intercepted the ball today. They picked off fumbles, interceptions, and they've turned them into points now.
Johnson puts the boot to it, and Elder fields it at the 5. Hit and drop at the 15. John Kaiser
third-year veteran from Arizona, down quickly on the coverage after a 10-yard return by Elder. Kaiser, number 54, 6'3", 233 pounds, and downfield in a hurry. This telecast presented by authority of the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Seattle Seahawks and the National Football League is prohibited. Tom Allen and Dave Rowe, the Kingdome in Seattle. The Seahawks have just scored on an interception by Dave Brown to go up 13-0. Pittsburgh again backed up deep in their own territory. Pollard fights up to the 20-yard line. 4 or 5 yards on the play as they keep it on the ground after throwing the interception on their last possession, their third of the afternoon. Jeff Bryant made the tackle.
And Tom, Mark Malone has to be shell-shocked. In the last 2 weeks, he has had just 2 horrible weeks. He started off the preseason. He played most of the preseason. Had not thrown an interception before last week. He threw 4 last week, and I think he has 3 this week.
David Hughes replaces Pollard in the backfield for the Steelers. He's joined by Walter Abercrombie, who goes in motion. Handoff to Hughes. Good running by Hughes. Brings it up across the 25 to about the 27. A 6-yard gain on the play and enough for a Steeler first down. Dave Brown, the quarterback who scored a moment ago, forced up to stop the run.
And what teams will do when they get into problems like this, and Pittsburgh obviously has some problems moving the ball on offense, they'll go back.
Faith Hill with smooth news for your skin. CG Smoothers has moisture built in. Smoothing makeup and powders too. Hey Faith, how smooth are you? Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Day mornings, it's great cartoons and Carrot Top.
Man! Carrot home. Okay.
Carrot Top's AM Mayhem, weekday mornings 7 to 9, only on Cartoon Network.
That's going to be a problem. We need cordless. We need cordless power.
Tuesday, machines eat your change, traffic drive you crazy.
Who can you call?
We'll show you the funniest ways ever to get even, so take a seat and you'll be getting the last laugh.
I saved a pair of your old ones. You did? Then a big pause. Lots of more eye contact. He says, wait a minute, I'll make a phone call. Then she says, good. Meanwhile, I slip into something more...
Megan?
Fred Savage has a plan.
Look at him. He's a wizard. He's headed for the video championships.
It's going to take a lot of talent.
Here we come!
A little romance.
I am not kissing a boy.
And the wizard.
Video Armageddon. You can do it! You're the best!
Fred Savage in Oliver Stone. Better be good. The director of Platoon, Wall Street, and JFK. The revolution is about to begin in your living room.
1-800-280-2180 or go to GothamCreamSet.com. So call 1-800-280-2180. That's 1-800-280-2180 or go to GothamCreamSet.com.
More sophisticated, smart, satisfying. You want to explore. You want obsession, culture, corruption, love, hate to try. Sky Cinema.
Trouble!
I won! I won! Oh, yes, I won! Yes! Woohoo! I won! Winner! Oh, yeah! I won! Woohoo! I won. Yes! Winner! I used to be nobody, and I won!
Play McDonald's winning time game, and you can win your favorite food, a PlayStation 2 with 5 gotta-have games, or even yank and bank 100 G's in cash.
All that for fries? Yeah. Imagine if you won the PlayStation 2.
Different people ask for different things. Everybody has a wish list. Giving them what they want is my job. It's all about the little extras. I love a roaring fire. Who else can you count on to give you what you ask for? You know, you don't have to spend a lot. Of course I'm real. I'm here talking to you, aren't I?
rent from Enterprise?
For more cargo room, more people room, or more headroom. Enterprise. So easy it's like having a second car. Or third.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
ブル様も相手の必殺技を何発も何発も受け流すわけにはいきません。お、ブル様も登りますか。正面を向いているということは、いやーすごい強豪。びっくりした。あれでフロントスープレックス投げるかと思っちゃいましたけどね。危ない危ない危ない危ない。エルボーで場外転落はブル中野。さあちょうど落ち着いて。
All that happened here is a sewage pipe burst.
No, this thing came at me.
That looks like the 4-inch tie-in to the second floor. Whatever it is, didn't just rip through the ceiling. Looks like it ripped right through the pipe.
Where did it go?
Delicious Starbucks double shot espresso drink. Bring on the day.
The 1988 Chevrolet Beretta. A new kind of performance car for those who appreciate the not so straight and narrow.
Do you ever believe that your son would want you dead?
You put your finger on the trigger and you pull.
That he'd be capable of doing it?
You killed him in his sleep. That's a lie.
That he could blame an innocent friend?
He said, I shot your mother.
And get away with it based on the chilling true story?
They're gonna put you away for the rest of your life.
Deadly but...
You will move away from the fence immediately.
Go on. Go on.
A final warning. Move away. I will obey your command.
In the year 2030. You see, when you've been growing as long as we have, you like to think ahead 100 years or so. Weyerhaeuser. The future is growing.
Too far.
Not far enough. Bullseye! Got it!
The impact of AIDS touches many lives. Volunteer for the ERAS Project's Emotional Support Volunteer Program. Call 370-3272.
Is there anyone out there who still isn't clear about what doing drugs does? Okay, last time. This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
9 tablets, 100 milligrams sildenafil, aka generic Viagra, for $406. That's $45 a tablet. This is from Walgreens. $417 for 9 tablets of 100 milligrams sildenafil, or $46 a tablet. You
We're taking performance to a whole new level.
And I think we've got a chance to...
Okay, today you have conditions that are more like Europe. It's going to be rougher today than Tuesday by quite a bit. Do you feel good about that?
Yes, maybe if it's not too rough, we've got a chance. I hope we will be in first position, you know. But we have to consider the very, very fast speed of the other boats, above all American boats.
Okay, do you prefer the rough water?
I beg your pardon?
You prefer the rough water?
No, we prefer flat water, very, very flat water, as we had in Cowes in England when we won Coast Story Cowes.
Okay. Today's strategy, do you intend to go all out, full throttle the whole race, or will you be more careful because it's rougher?
No, I don't think we won't be we will be careful a lot because it's a world championship. We have to go full throttle and to try to be first.
Okay, the World Championship is very, very important. You really want to bring that back to France, don't you?
Yes, because we never had a French world champion, and it will be a great thing to be world champion for France and above all for offshore, because offshore has a good chance to be very popular in France.
Okay, well thank you very much. Would Jean-Pierre like to say something in French to any of the people back in France?
Si tu veux dire quelque chose en français?
Non, j'espère qu'aujourd'hui nous allons bien nous placer parce que les conditions peuvent nous le permettre.
Thank you very much, merci.
This conquest, which was originally What a Package, wound up having most of its success under the tutelage of John Carbona.
Very colorful and doing a lot better in this race than they did at Marathon so far. They're in about 7th place in Pro Stock. As they come into the chute part of the course. Well, the boat certainly is running very competitively. 85, 87, back up to 90. This crew did very, very well in the Stock A class for the last few years with the Panama Jack name. The sponsor and the crew have stepped up.
Government regulations say we can make our Hebrew national beef hot dogs from frozen beef. We don't. The government says we can use artificial coloring. We don't. They say we can add meat byproducts. We don't. They say we can add non-meat fillers. We can't. We're kosher and have to answer to an even higher authority.
Becomes a natural way to breathe freely. New Afrin Pure C, the only nasal rinse made from 100% seawater. Afrin Pure C gently rinses out dirt, germs, and allergens. Breathe freely with New Afrin Pure C.
At Sears, this Craftsman 75-piece mechanics tool set is just $59.99.
Hitch 'em up!
And this Craftsman half-horsepower garage door opener is $149.99. Craftsman, only at Sears. Your home for the holidays.
Things can change.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a second chance. And you blow that too.
Maury.
Thanks for your help, Andrew. You don't have to stay.
Flavor Mania's on tour. Styling in the islands with the hottest flavor combos ever. For our new island trip. On guitar, kiwi lime. Drums, orange pineapple. Bass, mango berry. Give it up for the island trip. The newest addition to Kool-Aid Flavor Mania.
Do it. I had to.
Learn to drive, dude.
If you think all bathroom tissues are pretty much alike, you haven't discovered the Marina difference. Marina, 2 plies of softness, 2 plies of strength.
Marina, soft as the sea, breathe, get strong as the sea.
Discover 2-ply Marina and discover the Marina difference.
Snohomish County is back open after a deadly crash closed it for more than 5 hours this morning. This was between State Route 9 and 88th Street. The drivers of both vehicles died at the scene. The cause.
The way I see it, I've turned 30 years old. I got a lot of experience, and it's something you can't, this type of climbing you might not be able to do forever.
Before setting out, I asked Chief Tenaya if this trail was used by his people. He assured me it was, by women and children, that it was a favorite trail of his. Captain Bowling had taken the old chief along with us on this trip, hoping he might betray his people's hiding place. But the captain was disappointed in this. I reached the conclusion that our approach had been heralded, and our movements watched by the vigilant Indians we were hoping to find.
Sure. Yeah, I think we can flip right over it. All right. It's gonna be close, but we can try. You ready? Yeah. Shit. Famous last words, huh?
One thing about that hand labor is that's always brought home to you.
Right on.
It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. If you approach a trail as something that's imposed on the land, then you're fooling with Mother Nature. And invariably, you have to go back and reinvent the traditional way.
Play on the furniture at McDermott Game Room Concepts. We don't play games when it comes to delivering maximum game room value and fun. McDermott Game Room Concepts.
Think all-purpose cleaners disinfect? Mix Mr. Clean with water and its disinfection power starts to disappear. Not Lysol all-purpose cleaner. It always cleans and disinfects. It's the one that's strong in the bottle and strong in the bucket.
Beverly Goldberg, her only purpose is to mix into our lives.
So what I'm saying is I will no longer be able to mix into your lives because I'm going to become a QVC mogul.
What?
I know. I won't be around as much to take care of you. It's hard for me, too.
Then I should probably call Chantal and make a series of hair appointments.
But I'm afraid that we are up against prejudice.
They don't seem to know the respect of people like we do. You know, they don't seem to have the manners, do they?
10,000 miles from Britain are the University of Mississippi. It's 100 years since Lincoln freed the slaves, and the black man is trying to enroll.
He said I could make contact here. I've got some important information for Zurich.
You'd have to say, Gene has never liked a thriller before. What happened when I liked those other thrillers? What I'm telling you is that the best thrillers not only work as thrillers, but they can be even better if they have some intellectual content.
I'm not saying you don't understand how thrillers work. What I'm saying is that in this case, you didn't seem to realize you were looking at a thriller. You analyzed it if it's a marriage picture or something.
No, I said it didn't work as a thriller. I said the one component that did work in it is that Nicholas Roeg and Teresa Russell, the director and a star who happen to be married, are working on a story involving marital life. Why reject that? Why not be open to that? I haven't accused you of not being open to that.
You just did accuse me of not being open to that, but I think we're kind of off the point here. The fact is that as a thriller, I thought it worked and you thought it didn't work.
That is absolutely correct.
Good. I'm glad I got it right. When we come back, Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn tell one lie after another in House Sitter. You told him you were my wife?
Must have forgotten to lock it. Donald? Donald?
There's nothing like a Jeep. Tough and rugged, wide and mean. A hill-climbing, load-toting driving machine. And here's the latest Jeep to hit the scene. The newest member of the Power Wheels team.
Power Wheels, Power Wheels, Power Wheels, power makes it go.
Power Wheels Jeep has a real motor that runs on rechargeable batteries.
Power Wheels, Power Wheels, Power Wheels, power makes it go.
Jeep, the newest member of the Power Wheels team. Your parents put it together easily.
Weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on WCGB Fox 24.
I wish you hadn't done that. Gideon, Mr. Bent is leaving La Paz immediately.
Some people's idea of how to prepare a seafood dinner. Because while most everyone loves seafood, not everyone knows exactly what to do with it. Well, now there's a better way. Introducing Mrs. Paul's Light Seafood Entrees. 7 tempting seafood entrees that are low in calories and microwavable. New Mrs. Paul's Light Seafood Entrees. For people who love seafood, but don't love to cook it. Mrs. Paul's, it tastes good because it is good.
I am vengeance, vengeance, vengeance. I am the night, 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 the night.
I became a free agent, if you will, and I did take meetings with other platforms. I have no problem saying it. Prime, Amazon was very much in, they were there. They were there, but Netflix, it was so funny. Netflix called, like it's a person. Netflix called and was like, hey, look, stop messing around. All right, I saw you across the street. Just stop doing that. Come over.
There, I'm Dumpy the Pumpkin. Carvel's Halloween ice cream cake. I weigh 44 ounces and serve 10 to 12 people.
Having a Halloween party? I'm Wiki the Witch, and I weigh 45 ounces. We're both made fresh daily at your participating Carvel ice cream store.
You want to send one to a friend? Please phone 800-327-GIFT and call the Cake Honors most major credit cards. Thank you.
Tuesday, the girls are growing up, and it's time for the talk.
You should talk to her.
You should talk to her.
Roseanne gets the call.
Sex.
Then, Hayden gets the gas for a bad tooth, while Luther takes the oxygen as the new coach. Tuesday.
Some more FBI guys, I guess.
What if you're short on time? Or you want to clean your car yourself? Boy, do we have some tips for you.
Honey, look, I know this is difficult, but you need to explain yourself, Mr. Connolly.
It is true, Kate and I are having our problems. It all came out a couple of...
The joys of traditional cooking. Why tough it out? Meat always self-based, tender and flavorful in Reynolds Oven cooking bags. Real cooking. Why make it tough?
In 1 week on the Liberty of the Seas, the ship's crew prepares over 100,000 meals and 90,000 desserts. Super ships will return on Modern Marvels.
Have these adoption brokerage firms and are trying to get whatever they can out of you. If you're concerned about the children over there, as you said before, if these if the world became understand that you do not buy children, that you want to give them homes, then exactly there is a market created.
I am concerned about these people.
Summer, jellyfishing, Krabby Patties, and my best friend Patrick. Right, Gary, and the Nicktoon Summer Splash. Now that's a perfect afternoon. We're getting wild with the thornberries, and they'll be back right after this.
Action!
Let's go. Time is money. Action.
Take 10. 45.
All right, baby. Come on, Googie. Work with me, boo-boo. I got it.
Next take.
Come on. Let's go.
Cut. All right.
Parkinson eats a Reese's peanut butter cup.
I divide my Reese's into 4 equal portions. I have the proper tools, you see. That way my taste experience is quadrupled. Yum, 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 and...
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
The man.
Kong.
Yes. He's still the man. I've felt that ever since we moved into this second-rate Gomorrah. Had to happen. Every day made it more certain. And I was the one told you to face it. Me, the big psychologist.
For a few months each year, on a number of the islands, a wildlife event takes place that is simply unmissable. But to do this, you need a guide and a great deal of patience.
So how many turtles now?
We have 3.
3?
The computer inside.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow
starts Friday, July 1st.
Able to squirm around and loosen things up a little bit there, and he gets out of it. Well done, Raymond Tan. He was in there for a long time, though, and that will have tired both men out. Tan now using his hands pretty well, having released himself from that early problem. Not a great deal of power in the...
Question? Any question? Ask Dawn. Tuesdays at 6 on 31 Eyewitness News, your 24-hour news source. Pull-ups training pants have stretchy sides, like real underpants, for the snuggest, trimmest big kid fit.
And I can pull them off and on.
For protection and fit, there's nothing like pull-ups.
Mommy, wow! I'm a big kid now.
Senor Hargood will help me. Sure. He's outside right now. All you have to do is walk over and ask him. Go ahead.
I heard him say he'd be at his cabin tomorrow night. I will see him then.
But Mr. Cade said that...
Mr. Cade is a policeman, Felice. He does not care about us.
Cancer.
The doctor walked into the room and said, "You have cancer, and it's inoperable. You have only 6 months to live." So I turned to my wife and said, 33 years together is not enough. So I decided to fight, and I started looking for options. Our daughter, who is a nurse, told me about Cancer Treatment Centers of America. It's like no hospital you've ever seen. They treated me, the whole person, not just my tumor, with the latest medical technology, nutrition, and supplements to stimulate my immune system to fight my cancer.
To find out about alternative treatment options at our innovative cancer hospitals, call toll-free 1-800-4HELP.
It's been 7 years now. I beat cancer, and so can you.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America, winning the fight against cancer every day.
2, they detect a scarcity of energy or food. And the important thing you will learn in this show is this. If you want to gain weight, if you want to get all the diseases of aging, if you want to die young, then eat lots of sugar and starch. This is exactly what most Americans do. 152 pounds of sugar and 133.
Trust me, you said. How could anyone ever trust you?
Did you ever hate someone so much you didn't realize you were in love?
Please dance with me. Let's make our own romance.
TriStar Pictures presents Sing, when the feeling gets too strong for words.
Bring back romance.
Sing, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, March 31st at a theater near you.
Continue with King Kong following these messages.
Look for one near you.
The Leather Warehouse. Out-of-this-world fashions at the lowest prices in the galaxy.
Look for one near you.
British streets were simmering with racial tension. Punk and reggae bands were sharing the same stage. Really the first time black and white musicians had mixed on this scale.
The feeling, I'm remembering it, you know, of being in a room with a black band playing, a reggae band playing, a punk band playing, and everybody bopping about. Fantastic feeling, you know, and I think that it showed that you could do that.
By the end of the 1970s, it seemed reggae and Rasta were everywhere. Bob Marley was a superstar, punk bands like The Clash were covering roots reggae songs and having top 10 hits. Every record company now wanted a piece of the action. But then, in 1981, Bob Marley died at the age of 36. Jamaica lost its favourite son, and without Bob, roots reggae lost much of its international popularity. Things just moved on. But of course, its presence has been felt ever since.
Conscious roots reggae has become part of brand Jamaica. Due to a whole generation of very, very gifted musicians and songwriters who created this.
Why, if you're immune, you could...
That's right. My blood might be a serum. The stage that boy's in, my antibodies could reverse the whole process. Stop it.
Ford truck season is on now. That means it's the best time to save on the best-built, best-selling trucks in Northeast Ohio. During truck season, get a special $1,000 cash back on any F-Series or Ranger red carpet lease. So now you can lease a loaded Ranger Super Cab XLT for just $189 a month for 24 months. That's a Ranger XLT Super Cab with air conditioning and CD player at no extra charge. Just $189 a month. Hurry to Ford truck season. It's only for a limited time. On now, only at your local Ford store.
Beneath the smile.
I'm Tom Ripley.
How do you do?
Beneath the charm.
If you're not home by 7 o'clock, Tom and I are running off together.
Tom Ripley will do anything it takes to get everything he wants.
You give me the creeps. What?
From the director of The English Patient, Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Jude Law.
Nobody thinks
create every machine in the arcade, and you and you practice for real. That's my sidekick. Game over, sunshine.
Got some heat to it, doesn't it?
It does, a little bit of a kick.
We should have brought a glass of milk out with.
Woo!
Wow, yeah, that's potent. I love it though. It's really, really good. Where all do you have your beehives?
Texas is our headquarters, so our bees spend March, April, May, and June in.
A little glimpse of him.
You get the horse in a little closer to the horse, see? You ready? Oh, wait a minute. No, we want to get you both in together, see?
He was merchandised to a phenomenal degree. There were Seabiscuit ladies' hats sold on Fifth Avenue. There were at least 5 Seabiscuit board games. There was a Seabiscuit pinball machine. He had his own line of oranges. He endorsed dry cleaning services and hotels, absolutely everything. And he was a superstar. He would have been a superstar in any era, but he came along in a time when America was desperate for inspiring heroes, heroes that looked like America.
It's a new track record for the mile and an eighth as Seabiscuit shoves his whiskers for the home plate, just enough to hit the handsome jackpot.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ken Carpenter greeting you from Santa Anita Race Course in Arcadia, California.
Seabiscuit gets a big hand. I can see them applauding, waving their hats.
And flying on the outside in the stretch, it's Seabiscuit Ford.
At the beginning of his career, about half the people in America had radios. By the end of it, virtually everybody did, and there were 8 million sets in cars.
Seabiscuit is standing very quietly.
Seabiscuit raced during the racing season about once a week, so it became an American ritual to gather around the radio and listen to him run. And it has a lot to do with why he became such a huge celebrity in America. He was one of the first big radio stars.
New York, this is the national broadcast.
This week on the CBS Wednesday night movie, Elizabeth Montgomery, O.J. Simpson, 2 police partners who dare to commit their own social crime.
No, if we're stuck with each other, let's really be stuck.
Look, I've got a marriage to think about.
I think you better spend the night someplace else.
The drama you'll talk about long after. A Killing Affair. Wednesday at 9, 8 Central and Mountain.
The axe is going to fall.
See this ugly yellow stain? That's what comes from cigar or cigarette smoke. Just think what smoking a pack a day, every day, could do to your teeth. But look, here's Topol, the smoker's tooth polish that helps remove all kinds of superficial tobacco stains. Topol starts to work immediately to clean your teeth and to help remove these stains. Just use Topol week after week and watch your teeth get brighter and brighter. Topol, the smoker's tooth polish, regular or with fluoride.
Well, where should we go this summer? Get real. Too far. Too close. Too big. Too crowded. Allison! Big hole in the ground.
Special musical guest, the Flapping Feathers.
Parranda is one of my favorite Puerto Rican traditions. I usually have a big parranda with my family in Puerto Rico every winter. Friends and family go door to door with instruments singing songs and playing music and eating delicious food. It's going to be so much fun to do it with the whole neighborhood.
Welcome to my coffee plantation. I'm Simon Stone. Come on, I'll show you the secret to one of the world's richest coffees. Horizon with hand-picked flavor. We hand-pick lots of Horizon's beans. We say Horizon C to beans at peak flavor, Horizon No to the rest.
Simon, it's great coffee.
That's hand-picked flavor.
Horizon C?
Horizon C.
Horizon, rich in hand-picked beans, rich in hand-picked flavor.
Now let Bo help you score even more. You'll also fix problems, improve strategy, and practice smarter with Bo Burton's new bowling video.
This video is for you.
ABC Sports and Old Spice bring you Bo Burton's new instructional video, Score More. Just $24.98 plus $3 shipping. Call 1-800-4ABC-VCR. That's 1-800-4ABC-VCR.
Makeup that makes you look like yourself, but better. Miracle Balm is the center of my beauty philosophy. It gives you moisture, and it only takes a nanosecond to put it on. Learn more at jonesroadbeauty.com.
Right now, enjoy a massive 80% off your entire first order at Fabletics. We've got everything you need to look and feel fabulous.
Ghostbusters!
Each sold separately.
Break out the new equipment! Ghost Trap 6. Ecto goggles down.
It's Marshmallow Man! Ecto Puffer ready! Neutrino blaster charged! Roast him! Got him! We ain't scared enough! Got him!
It's the Ghost Trap from the real Ghostbusters. New from Kenner.
네. 자, 링上はライオネスカスカ。ファンのみんなが総立ちです。さあ、そして石黒康子にタッチ。石黒ですが、かなりあれですね、極悪の色も抜けてきましたがね。
そうですね。やっと慣れてきてるんじゃないですか、もういい役にね。
そうみたいですね。なんかさっき話聞きましたらね、前は極悪のチームがいいプレーをすると拍手してたという話がありましたけども、最近はなくなったみたいですね、さすがにね。そうですね。それからこの石黒選手なんですが、
Never before had I seen such wonders.
Good day. Hello there.
Taco Bell's all-new breakfast. We asked some very special people.
My name is Ronald McDonald.
You're who? I am Ronald McDonald.
I'm Ronald McDonald Jr., and this is Ronald McDonald III.
My name is Ronald McDonald.
What do you think?
That's really good. I was surprised how good it is. I love the new AM Crunch Wrap.
I'm Ronald McDonald.
Ronald McDonald.
I'm Ronald McDonald, and I love Taco Bell's new breakfast.
A delicious new breakfast everyone can love, even Ronald McDonald.
Who is cooking steak?
Who's cooking steak?
McDonald's is. Every morning it's our steak, egg, and cheese bagel. But what about the rest of the day? Try our new steak and cheese sandwich. It's a big, juicy steak with special Italian cheese and an au jus mayo sauce, all topped with onions hot off the grill.
We love to see you smile.
Steak all day at McDonald's.
Houston, who's cooking steak?
Fire!
This is World of Tanks. Winner of multiple online Game of the Year awards. Choose from over 350 tanks from 7 nations. Test yourself against over 100 million players.
Arriving at last. From Saturn. The world's first 3-door coupe. Why didn't anyone think of this before?
No, don't come then, because if you come, we'll have to do something. You know? I mean, the idea being that as long as, you know, if there was somebody there, they'd celebrate it, but otherwise they weren't going to bother.
I mean, there really is that much latitude to observe the party formalities.
Who's going to know if you don't celebrate the October Revolution?
When you get away from what they call the center, that is Moscow and European cities, there's a little bit of unorthodoxy, a bit of political irreverence that you don't find in the political centers. And there's a kind of fun-loving atmosphere that is very closely related to nature. I mean, I was out there in Yakutsk with a colleague from the Washington Post, and we told our hosts that we wanted to go out into the taiga. This was in January, and it was 40 below. And they said, great, we'll have a picnic. And we said, what? We had visions of seeing it from the warmth of a Jeep
Looking
or something.
Looking through a window
right?
or something.
So they went and bought fish and potatoes and carrots, and we went out in this Jeep. And fortunately, that day it got a little warmer. They said spring was coming. It was only about, I think, 25 or 30 below zero. And they went and broke branches off trees above the snow and scooped snow away and built a fire and cooked this wonderful meal. And it was like being on another planet, because we had these bottles of mineral water, which we were trying to keep from freezing. But when we put them too close to the fire, they'd boil. So we'd move them a little bit away and they'd start to freeze. So we were constantly adjusting them. It was great fun.
Siberians are very, very dubious about the values of Muscovites, both their political and their social values. And when I was in the Kolyma River Valley last year, which is one of the areas where most of the camps were, some of the nastiest of the camps. They're now building a hydroelectric station there. And the man who took us around, we were standing in this brutal cold. He hadn't got his jacket done up. This is a man who lived most of his adult life in Siberia, with the exception of 2 years in Hanoi, where he was blown up by the US Air Force. And he noticed that we were suffering from the cold, and he said, well, when we have visitors from Moscow, we tend to take them out here. And he said it's just particularly useful when we have officials coming, because we can resolve questions much faster out here.
And some of the officials I talked to complained that Moscow didn't understand that they had to spend more to build housing there, because naturally the walls had to be thicker. They needed a third window in addition to the double windows to prevent the houses from getting cold. Life is difficult.
13, completely and utterly out of control.
Totally out of control. There is no stopping them. I can bitch, I can yell, I can ground Mandy. If Mandy'd tell you, I'd ground her for life if I could, but you can't. We're not invited to family outings.
What cereal gives athletes the fuel they need? Frosted Flakes. Crunchy flakes perfectly coated with sweet frosting makes them a great tasting part of a balanced breakfast. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes are more than good.
In the end, he committed suicide. The main story of Chushingura is the vendetta led by Yuronosuke. But there are these side stories as well, like the one of Kampe, who wanted desperately to be a part of the vendetta but couldn't. These other stories are also a big reason for the enduring popularity of the play.
Battle beast wood! Fire! Fire burns wood! Battle beast fire! Water! Water puts out fire! Battle beast water! Wood! Wood beats water! Battle beast! Battle for the fun of it! Just activate their battle badges.
I got fire! I got water! Water beats fire!
Battle beast!
Wood! Fire! Fire beats wood!
Battle beast can grow into an army! Collect all 84. Battle beast!
Have you ever been touched by a miracle? You will be. Meet a little boy born with a rare and dangerous allergy. See with your own eyes how this young girl overcame a tragic accident. Miracle Cures. Monday at 8, 7 Central. Only on PAX Season 2000.
And as the shark got weaker after colliding with the tank, people said, let it go. People even came to us and said, we know it's a killer, but let it go. Let it live.
Although reluctant to part with her, John McCosker arranged quickly for Sandy to be trucked to a waiting boat. After only 3 days in captivity, Sandy had endeared herself to thousands of San Franciscans. So when the decision was finally made to release her, it was a media event. She was kept alive during the journey in a seawater-filled box, continually pumped with oxygen. The lid was tightly secured for the choppy ride.
Turning around here, we headed out for the Farallon Islands. It was a rough sea, and that fortunately probably helped her survive that long sea voyage, because the sloshing within the box kept the water heavily oxygenated and made her muscles flex. We were fearful that after all she'd been through, another 3 hours in that boat ride might have killed her, but it certainly wasn't the case.
Okay, take out the whole thing. Okay. Yeah, bud.
During the heavy seas, we lifted her head out of the water near the Farallon Islands and waited for the ship to roll down to the water line, and all with a mighty heave lifted her to the edge and dropped her in the water. She swam away.
There she goes. Give me that tank.
She just went crazy. She got in the water and swam. Swam. Terry got a hand on her pectoral fin, but he couldn't even slow her down. We thought we were going to have to help her. We knew more help than she did. The last time we saw her, she was at 60 feet and planing out. Just going like a bat out of hell. That's one happy white shark.
Food
and sex. Two interests that overlap brutally in one of every 4 encounters between mantises.
Love nature.
Sir, would you choose hamburger A, a Wendy's hamburger made with fresh beef, or B, made with beef that's been frozen?
Hamburger B.
Why?
Looks like the chow we had in the Marines.
Was it good?
No, it was terrible, but what memories. Slogging chest deep through the muck, mosquitoes as big as choppers, smell of sulfur in the air, I loved it. Say, were you in the Corps?
No.
I didn't think so.
Ralph, come here. Give me a hand. Good boy. Thanks.
Scotch Brand brings you pop-up tape strips. They free up both hands, so wrapping's never been easier. Pop-up tape strips from Scotch Brand.
Imagine the fun. New musical touch and crawl babies.
Hug 'em and touch 'em and hey, wait for me. Touch 'em again for lights and melody.
New musical touch and crawl babies.
Mickey and Minnie crawling with me. Imagine the fun.
She, like when I began to menstruate, as we do.
As we all do.
As we all do. You remember?
I remember.
That beautiful day.
Unbelievable. I got a tiara.
Yes. Well, she gave me a tiara.
She didn't.
She did.
Is that where I got the...
Stranger ones in the city than in the country.
Don't worry, Chief. I won't let her out of my sight. She's leaving. I gotta go.
Its demerits if you miss the great Payless Back to School sale.
Doesn't it feel hip-hoppy? Real good and saucy. Doesn't it feel best friendly? Doesn't it feel good to pay less?
Kids Back to School shoes on sale starting at $9.99. Better yet, 2 for $18. Most excellent.
Doesn't it feel good to pay less?
California bars the raincoat. The Easterners, they're used to this cold weather.
I'm freezing.
What did you think about the first quarter, Paul? Were you surprised?
Well, I was surprised that Kansas City got some flukes. That touchdown never should have been thrown. It was right into double coverage. They got a fumbled punt. That's their offense.
Sam, your reaction to the first period?
Well, I think Seattle right now is getting beat at their own game. They dropped that punt, and they had double coverage where they should have intercepted the ball, and the Chiefs had a touchdown. They just have to get back in the ball game right now. I don't think there's a problem, and it looks like Chuck Knox is not deviating from his game plan.
Second down and 21, Bruce King carries and picks up a couple of yards on the play. So it'll be third down and 19, so now everybody in the ballpark expects Bill Kinney to throw. Kinney easily moving up on that last tackle for the Seattle Seahawks. Kansas City leading Seattle 14-0. Herman Hurd scoring from a couple of yards out, and Kinney to Stephon Page. The touchdown pass of 34 yards. Third down and 19. Big play for the Seahawk defense.
He's going.
Far side, it is there. And coming down with it is Henry Marshall. Terry Taylor and Eugene Robinson at double coverage. A gain of 17.
It's a double zone, double coverage, but if you give him time, and that's what they did, he's going to complete it on that.
See, number 20 lost his position. What he should have done was hold his outside position, and he lost his position because he was concerned about Marshall going deep.
Yeah, but Sam, he still kept him in front and kept him from making the first, which counts.
Jim Arnold kicking.
Look out.
Pressure. Here's Danny Green, signals for the fair catch at the 25-yard line.
That was a very hesitant catch.
Very hesitant.
Very hesitant.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Today's game is brought to you by Ford, who invites you to drive the new Ford Escort. Have you...
I don't get it. What could have done this to her?
Sign of cold and flu. Demazin! Take Demazin to relieve cold and flu symptoms. Demazin for cold and flu.
Cross the road, Jack, to a place with a taste that's more, that's more, that's more, that's more. Cross the road, Jack, Kentucky Fried Chicken's got more.
What you say?
Crown burger, good every place. Your original recipe, chicken taste. 11 herbs and spice makes me feel so nice.
That's right, cross the road, Jack. Kentucky Fried Chicken's got more.
Cross the road, Jack.
The first place was to do something good for my country. Well, so far I haven't accomplished that.
I think you have. The kid needed ice cream thrown on him, and you did it perfectly.
Excuse me. Let me make this perfectly clear. We are not demanding that you give him what he wants. But if you do, that would make matters much more simple. But if you don't, we will not involve you any further.
Of horror that will give you the creeps.
This is going to be extremely painful, Mr. Verrill.
The most fun you'll ever have being scared. Creep Show, rated R.
Now playing at a theater near you.
Guys come, guys go. Some change, some don't. Big Slick Sal. You'd hardly know him now. Different clothes, different hair. You don't slick it down no more. And Greasy Nick. You can't hardly recognize him without the greasy hair. Philly? Some guys never change.
Hey, Mr. Gooch, these guys been asking for me.
Philly, ain't nobody asked for you for years.
Yeah?
If your hair still looks like it did back in high school, try new Score Natural. Score Natural will leave your hair looking dry and casual, so you won't look like you did back in the good old days.
Hey, Mr. Gooch, that Philly, he's a funny-looking guy, huh?
Philly, ever take a good look at yourself?
The impressive art of self-defense, an aggressive sport for champions. The most skilled international karate experts battle in one of the world's most demanding sports. Tuesday night at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
First one home wins, but watch out.
Back to start.
What are you guys doing?
Getting into trouble. Getting into trouble.
We were lucky. We got him in a calm moment.
Right.
You know, we got him in the down. Had we pulled up here and he was on the upside of that swing, we'd have been in a fist fight with this guy.
Definitely.
But,
and a person that, even though he was as skinny as he is,
he'd have fought us.
That's
bad
bad
news. Good fight.
Because they have no feeling of pain.
Wright make a world-renowned figure skater better. At hockey? Don't expect a soft drink to make you anything but less thirsty.
Walton's is a small, intimate restaurant in the heart of London's fashionable Chelsea. And here, fillet of beef with forest mushrooms is just one of the exquisite dishes prepared by Chef David Nichols, a recipe that dates back to the 18th century. And now, Cash & Carry is offering you this recipe to prepare at home, using 5-star meat from Cash & Carry. It's just one of our special recipes from around the world. Pick up your free copy today and look for the Cash & Carry 5-star symbol, your guarantee of quality.
Dead, Judge. Legally, there ain't no such thing as an innocent bystander afore he's dead, huh?
Then that ain't good enough. We got women and children in Dodge City now, and respectable citizens. We even got a church going.
Hello.
MobileWorks' final ultimate markdown sale of '95 ends Sunday. Everything is on sale at up to 60% off. every car stereo, every car alarm, every CD player, every speaker, and every cellular phone. Pagers, amps, and accessories, everything is up to 60% off. MobileWorks only does this twice a year, and this is it. A Sony CD player with detachable base is just $179. Everything in all 9 locations is on sale during MobileWorks Ultimate Markdown.
The professor's instant jaws will get us aboard.
Excuse me, I hate to.
Hi, I'm Officer Mahoney of the Mayor's Tanning Task Force. This is a...
was almost certainly a trebuchet with a giant swinging counterweight. A weapon that dominated siege warfare for 200 years. It was not until the late 15th century, the end of the Middle Ages, that the superiority of cannon clearly emerged, and the trebuchet vanished into the mists of time.
Look who's back.
Again?
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
We can see you, Carl.
We can totally see you.
Come on, you're better than this. All that prowling around.
We'll have an opening where I can steam the wax out. The lost wax process used in jewelry is very similar. Once the wax is out, I'll have a mold with the concavity of the figure, like a ghostly presence, you know, the shape of what I had sculpted in wax.
Hey, would you do me a favor and put some of those little molds in water so when I demold, they'll...
Know what you're getting me for Christmas?
Yep.
Got a motor?
Yep.
Bucket seats?
No seats.
You stand up in it?
Nobody ever has.
Give me a hint.
Well, you press a button and it gives you a prize.
You got me a gumball machine.
It's a lot of fun for everybody. It's the simplest one in the world.
It's got a motor. You press a button. It's the simplest one in the world. You didn't.
It's one step.
But you get those free.
Another peach.
What are you doing? You're making him feel alive.
Wake up. No, he already knew about the...
Introducing new Welch's Essentials. Here we have a bottle of the leading juice cocktail blend. It's made with some fruit juice. Welch's Essentials is brimming with 3 times the delicious fruit juice. Truly a delight for the taste buds. So don't be surprised when it goes 3 times as fast. New Welch's Essentials Juice Cocktail with 3 times the fruit juice of the leading juice cocktail blend.
And now the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery challenger, for which my colleagues are always blindfolded. As you know, blindfolds in place, panel?
Yes, John.
Yes. Good. Will you enter a mystery challenger and sign in, please? As you know, in this case, a different form of questioning. 1 question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise. And we will begin with Mr. Garagiola. Are you into movies?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Are you primarily in nightclubs? No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Gable.
Are you an athlete?
Yes.
Miss Francis?
Are you involved in a sport that Mr. Garagiola has particular interest in? No. By that I mean no?
3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Garagiola.
Are you on a roster? Are you a player? Yes.
That's a very interesting question. Now, are you on the roster? That's a tough question, Joe. Would you like to withdraw it? Pardon me. I think that in the terms of the question as you're asking it, I'm going to risk giving you a no. I do not think you'd describe our guest as being on the roster as you would a player in a multiple-man sport. Miss Kilgallen?
Well, would you say, John, that that eliminated such sports as baseball, football, soccer, curling, things like that?
Especially curling.
Especially curling. It would not, however, eliminate golf, would it?
No, it would not.
Therefore, are you a golfer, Mr. Guest? No.
That's 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Gable.
Are you a boxer?
Yes.
Miss Francis?
Boy, that sure isn't the voice for it, is it?
Come in and see what's on sale.
Time. Time is precious.
What's the rush?
Say about Hi-Ho Cheerio.
You gotta get all of the cherries in the bucket. 2 cherries. 1, 2.
Hi-Ho Cheerio, a child's first counting game from Golden.
I will play it again. It's so much fun.
Verdict? Yes, Your Honor. We find the defendants guilty and recommend that they be banished from the kingdom.
Now listen, you mugs. We'll be back, see? We got a deal working.
Feeling the heat? Let Kool-Aid take you back to cool.
All right! Yes!
Kool-Aid Burst!
A virtual tour of Manderston at PBS Online, where you can start your own PBS program club today. You can find out who you would have been 100 years ago and get Edwardian recipes like mushroom ketchup at pbs.org.
Oh, with stuffed crust pizza, you can't go straight for all that cheese in there. Start slow, enjoy the ride, and then, bam, you go for the big cheese.
Right.
Nobody stuffs the crust like Pizza Hut. The stuffed crust pizza, now with even more melty cheese stuffed inside that amazing crust. Specially priced for a limited time at just $10.99.
Second slice, straight for the cheese.
Get more with America's favorite pizza. Pizza Hut, now online.
Not to play in the dirt. Mother never had a Jeep Wrangler. Right now, we have more Jeep Wranglers in stock than Mother has cookies. And with the...
Plus, 2 hours of VIP, plus Policewoman. Memorable entertainment is always right here on MeTV Plus.
Just located original U.S. government Morgan silver dollars, the most sought-after coins in American history. Bullet.
The Achieva Sport Coupe. It's your money.
That's it! No more, Mr. Nicey Nice.
With the movie Texasville being released now, you might want to see the original movie, The Last Picture Show, on home video. Well, good news, it's finally coming out after 19 years. Unfortunately, it's not due out until early next year. It's been held up for all these years because of problems with the music rights to all of the songs in the picture. The black and white classic is a great portrait of growing up in a small town. So it's wait till next year for The Last Picture Show, but at least it's next year. Now let's recap the movies we reviewed on this show. 2 thumbs down for Pacific Heights, the ridiculous battle between a tenant and his landlords. 2 thumbs down for King of New York with Christopher Walken, supposedly as a do-gooder drug dealer. I thought it was totally implausible. Roger liked the visual style. 2 thumbs up for Miller's Crossing, the exciting, thoughtful mobster story from the Coen brothers. Roger thought, however, it was heavier on style than substance. 2 more thumbs up for Texasville, the sharp-edged sequel to The Last Picture Show. We both admired its fresh look at the way men and women relate to each other.
So here is Peter Bogdanovich, who has had a career of ups and downs over the last decade. He's up again. He's still a good director, despite all of his problems.
The other picture, which I strongly recommend, is Miller's Crossing.
Okay, that's it for this week. Next week, we'll review Desperate Hours, starring Mickey Rourke and Mimi Rogers, and Fantasia, starring Leopold Stokowski, Mickey Mouse, and a bunch of dancing hippopotami. That's next week, and until then, the balcony is closed.
してその後ろから長岡から北斗晶の姿。さあ北斗が今
Flying low. A couple of guys who like to take chances and see the world up close. Flying Low, starring Jason Riker as Jeff Dawson and Rick.
To be flying again, isn't it, Jeff?
Sure is, Captain. You know, that mountainside was a tough break.
Something like that could happen to anybody trying to work his way through rugged terrain. Not today, though. Nothing but blue sky, far as the eye can see.
Hey, what's that?
Huh?
You've got him worried now.
What's he afraid I'll find out?
What are your hobbies?
Tong Ying doesn't pay you to ask those questions.
They're running like crazy to make it home before the final Seinfeld begins Thursday at 8, 7 Central. Oh, by the way, if you get there at 9, you'll miss it.
Saturday, The Pretenders season finale.
Center's going to make another pretender.
Where am I?
A race.
Earlier, Jim Mather broke a speeding arrow in flight.
We knew you'd want to meet him and see more of this incredible karate expert in action.
Welcome again, Jim Mather.
Welcome, Jim. Already seen Jim Mather catch an arrow coming at him at 100 miles an hour.
I'm watching the tip of the arrow, waiting for the release, and also kind of looking at the angle of the shaft at release to see where it's going so I can calculate whether I have to move my hand up or down. I generally start trying to close my hand when it leaves the bow in order to get it closed in time.
It's moving in the air. It isn't going straight, is it?
No, it fishtails, it corkscrews, it does a lot of different things. Jim, you say that it's 10 times as difficult to break an arrow. Why? I estimate that to catch is 10 times harder than to deflect. To break it is probably 10 times harder than to actually catch. Okay. Are you ready? Yes. Would you show us? Of course. Terrific.
Good luck. Thank you.
We'll step back.
Take another look at that arrow break in slow motion.
Thank you, Jim Mather. You are indeed incredible.
The oceans of this planet remain as mysterious and unexplored as anything in outer space.
Okay, stay with us. We've got Carrie Snow in a little while and a lot more, so we'll be right back.
Gonna be your turn. Sure, I'm a chum salmon. Hey, I'll say it, but this chum right here is cashing checks. I'm not throwing these races for nothing. There's a
Chicago. Toddler Town. Number 3, who is Helen Shapiro? I haven't the faintest idea.
And that's all the time we have. So whatever ideas you have about who's who in this little group, put them down in your ballots right now, if you will, please. Vote immediately and without change and without consultation for number 1, number 2, or number 3.
Whether you're loving your deal or dealing with your love, it's all part of Buzzer's weeknight negotiations. Let's make a deal.
You're on your own.
You're on your own. Tattletale.
I'll meet you in the parking lot.
Macaroni and cheese.
Belongs with modern science only. Can't explain the physics of Kraft cheese and macaroni. Because when the cheese starts flowing, Kraft gets your monsteroni. Let's create your own symphony. Or rather some dino bonies. It's that cheesy macaroni. Cause when that cheese starts flowing, that gets your noodle going.
NASCAR drivers match teams and machines in one of the biggest stops on the circuit, the Atlanta 500, live tomorrow on ABC Sports.
Falling here in Toledo, running behind our time schedule because of so many spares today, which take, as you know, a lot longer than a strike. A strike in the fourth for Amleto, a 4-pin in the fifth. Monticelli. Slight lead over Dave Ferraro, who finished second overhaul, just behind Pete Weber. Far behind Pete Weber. But for Ferraro, Monticelli, and Baker, there were few pins separating second, third, and fourth. And after the open, 3-6.
Ferraro just plain pulled that ball. He's trying to hit around the fifth board or first arrow, and he just pulled it left. His Gloria looks on, didn't like that shot at all.
They have a son, John David, who is now 16 months. And speaking of births, we want to congratulate John and Lisa Bassoni. John, a former associate, and Lisa, the daughter of our NBA colleague on ABC for many years, Jack Twyman. And of course, John's dad was the NCAA champion hockey coach at Michigan State. The new baby for John and Lisa Bassoni, Mary Carroll. Congratulations. All right, John David's dad came through with another strike. Started with 3. Things are still close. The winner to meet, intense, exciting, energetic Pete Weber.
Deliberate Monticelli, trailing by 6, has been around the pocket every shot here in the semifinal game. Started with 2 strikes, left a 10-pin strike, and then a 4-pin in the 5th frame. When he keeps it around the pocket.
On top of cars 2 and 6, laser devices measure the overhead wires. Laser beams are directed at the overhead.
This Friday, it's Johnny Bravo's Best Dates.
Your face is, what's the word I'm looking for? Horrifying. Yeah, that's it.
Don't miss Johnny Bravo's Best Dates. This Friday at 8, only on Cartoon.
Mark McDermott was on his way to $1 million.
$125,000. $250,000.
Until.
The answer is the Carpathians. Mark, it's the wrong answer.
But Sean Farrelly steps up and takes his turn at winning $1 million as Millionaire Week.
Pain. What could that change? Now is your chance to find out how to literally get your life back on track with the Cigna Relief Patch.
Pain is inevitable.
This man has a secret he hides from his family. An overwhelming desire for the crumbly crispness, the subtle flavor of Simmer's rice biscuits. His wife discovered Simmer's rice biscuits long ago. Have you?
Did you know you should drink 3 glasses of milk every day to get the calcium you need? May we suggest another way? Introducing Uncle Ben's Calcium Plus Rice. 1 serving has as much calcium as a glass of milk. Uncle Ben's Calcium Plus is a delicious way to give you and your family more calcium. We think everyone would agree. Well, almost everyone. Uncle Ben's Calcium Plus. Original or instant. Good cooks cook with Uncle Ben's.
This is a V-chip, and most new televisions include one. This amazing chip, along with your remote control and your television's on-screen programming feature, allow parents to choose what programs are suitable for their families. Remember, the V-chip only works when you do your part. Get involved and make television viewing better for your family. To learn more about the V-chip and how the TV rating guidelines work together, call toll-free 1-877-2-VCHIP-TV to receive your free guide.
I'm gonna win or lose within 2 hours.
You go 1, 2, 3.
And if you need a ride down there, we'll offer you limousine service.
Okay.
We want to make sure you come back here to buy a fur coat.
Please. Take charge of their life. It makes your body and your mind so fresh, so new. You get the feeling there's nothing you can't do.
Is she the Jean Latte type? Don't give her perfume. Give her Jean Latte.
Between Jean Latte and you, there's nothing you can't do. I want to do it again.
What a splash.
Last time, Lucky went into the jungle
to hide me Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms are too marshmallowy delicious to hide from us.
Wow, marshmallow hearts, stars, moons,
clovers, diamonds, horseshoes, and even red balloons. A fun part of our complete breakfast!
Magic marshmallows help me hide. Send me on another balloon ride. At least I've still got one box of me Lucky Charms.
Gotcha, Lucky!
Deceive me the way he did ever again. And so you joined the FBI to put people like him away, right? And everything I've done in the last 10 years has been motivated by that man's betrayal. Yet here I am again. No.
Welch's new squeezable jellies stock the blops. These are the blops. New Welch's squeezables let you spread the jelly without the messy blops.
They're neat.
Squeezable grape jelly.
And strawberry preserves.
And taste Welch's raspberry apple and apple grape.
Welch stocks the blops.
New Welch's squeezables. 5 yummy flavors made Welch's way.
Gets higher on taste. Maybe it's our secret blend of 11 herbs and spices, or because ours are made by the chicken experts. But come see for yourself. We think everyone will love our nuggets. Everyone. Except McDonald's.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
Sentenced to death. A condemned man awaits his fate. Until...
Whoa! Inmate, back in your cell. Everything's under control.
All hell.
Movie or something.
Right. Another thing I missed in the movie was the fact that there wasn't a strong plot to pull us through, especially in a comedy. Especially in a comedy, you've got to have something that engages the characters and gives them things they're supposed to do so that we can laugh at the fact that they're not doing them.
Yeah.
If the movie is totally anarchic, the comedy doesn't have anything to push against.
If he were just going for that one deal all the way through the movie, that would be the kind of hook you're looking for. But there's a lot of shimmies all the way along the way there. Richard Pryor is next in his favorite role, Richard Pryor.
You wake up in your garage, under your car. Do dogs be looking at you?
Shared with you. Who else is going to be on this show? I don't know. Yet. A bunch of women from Miami. They're still trying to cast it. A bunch of women from Miami. Look, I already have on. This is what they wear in Miami. Just throw on something long. Make sure it blows while you're on the yacht and on the jets.
Microwave side dishes. What minute puts in it? A name that means they've got it delicious and you've got it easy. What minute puts in it? Tempting tender noodles, light fluffy rice, and smiles that say,
Thanks, Mom.
What minute puts in it? Creations like creamy noodles Alfredo with all the flavor you crave. Now from the microwave. Minute microwave side dishes. Great taste. That's what minute puts in it.
And a lot of personal checks, and what we're trying to do is figure out if we can talk these gentlemen into taking a personal check on our indubitable character.
We found one nice driver so far. It looks as if he might take a check if we can find one.
The scene now as Jack Regas gives a big kiss to the Gold Cup. The Gold Cup, World Championship of Unlimited Hydroplane Racing. He's got it, it's all his, the Hawaii Kai crew. And here comes his crew moving over to the Victor's barge now. They're going to come on and for the traditional ceremony, moving up now to dunk him in Lake Washington. My gosh, Mike Welch, the crew chief, embraces him here. This is really an exciting moment for all these fellows who fought so hard, worked so hard to make this dream come true, the Hawaii Kai, the champion of hydroplane racing. Jack, they want you to take the trophy.
Here, Mike.
He gives it to Mike. Mike, how do you feel?
That's the best feeling I've ever had in my life. Thank you.
Mike, that's a wonderful crew you've got there.
Hey, Mike.
Photographers, scene of confusion here on the Victor's Barge. The Gold Cup race, 1958 is history, the 51st running. Somewhere here in the crowd, Mrs. Regas is about to come up here. All the crew members are kissing him here. A wonderful, touching scene here of excitement. His wife is sitting on the beach. They're trying to get her through. From Seattle, Washington, you are watching ABC's coverage of hydroplane racing's greatest classic, the annual Gold Cup. And there will be some people getting a dunking in Lake Washington, that's for sure, within moments here. This is the customary procedure for the driver to go for an impromptu swim. And a happy one it'll be for this little fellow, Jack Regas, who stands all of about 5 feet 6 and probably weighs 130 pounds soaking wet. A very game guy who came on and hung in there and picked up all the marbles, 2,000 points, the maximum allowable in a Gold Cup race, and he got them all here today. You can't win any more than that. He got the 400 bonus points for the fastest heat, the 400 for the fastest total time, and 1,200 for 3 first-place finishes. And all his happiness there in the Hawaii Kai camp, and not so happy in the Maverick camp. Maverick was the big contender, one of the strong favorites, and...
Isn't Governor Correa joining us?
No, the governor doesn't seem to be on the guest list.
Oh, an oversight?
An intentional one. The governor's fasting.
In that case, we must decline with thanks.
Captain...
You're really caught between a rock and a hard place. If it's something that needs immediate...
Almost live training film number 217. How to go on a date. Part 1. The announcement. Female style.
Oh, I said I would go out with that Pete guy. I can't believe that's great. No, that's good news.
The female's friend tries to convince her she'll have a good time.
Oh, it's a good decision. You're going to have a great time. Yes, you are.
The announcement. Male style.
I want to really talk for a couple of minutes now. Greg, do you make exactly the same drinks and recipes that she does?
Well, there's no set recipe list.
So the answer is no.
Yeah.
There is not a set trainer. And
if you're dieting, you might want to ride it another 40 times. Formula One drivers lose about 8 pounds after a race, thanks to strong G-forces and high temperatures. For life in the fast lane, nothing beats Formula Rosa, number 2 on Top 5 Killer.
The late Edith Knight was a Cherokee national treasure and a fantastic cook. Edith invited us to her home as she gathered hickory nuts and taught us how to make a traditional Cherokee dish called knuckle.
What makes the Honda Accord so different? Honda's advanced technology. In fact, one of the most amazing attributes of the Accord is its ability to transport you into the future. Really. Just get in and bingo, the future. Now, can your car do that?
Hey, well, Jack Tripper. You're under arrest.
No, you're coming with me. Come this way. Walk this way.
Boy, would you hate that?
Well, it's easy being a cop. I have to... Where's the key?
My whole artistic life was bound up in working with him, and that's all I really wanted to do. So
I won't get in the way.
oh, it's not like that at all. He's my brother.
your favorite
Sado grill. You ever seen one of these? You can find them in gourmet shops or in Mexican places. Just put this on for a minute. Careful, I don't want it too hot or I'll burn it. And we're now ready for the sandwich that you can find at this restaurant. It's not a, well, you can sit down. I guess you can call it a restaurant. It's a wonderful place. That'll heat up in just a minute. Let me get a plate here. Here we go. And I want to remove one stick of the meat that we prepared, which is the skewered hamburger for Fonzie, you see. And it should just come right off. Look at that. Boy, I'm having a good day. Look at that. See, it comes right out. See that? Now, if you can't use these, you can use some other gadget you can find in most shops. It shouldn't be difficult. All right, the bread is ready. Let's see. Yes, you see what's happened on the bottom? Isn't that a wonderful little pattern? I think he makes these out of old fences. You know, look at it. I think he makes these out of old metal fences. You never know what's going on. But that's all right. This is enough. So what I'm going to do now is to cut that in half, and we're going to fill it with wonderful things typical of the Greek mindset and of Greek history. What could you do with this? Well, the meat would be cut up a bit. Oh, there we go. What he does is to break them up into pieces, and we'll put some of this in the sandwich. And then, how about some grilled tomatoes? Would you like some grilled tomatoes? I put those on the grill before you came, using a metal rod, you see. And he serves a few slices of, are you hungry yet? Oh, I'm a wreck. A few slices of purple onion, just for the color, I suppose. And then some tzatziki. And tzatziki, you remember, is yogurt with cucumber and garlic and olive oil. There. And that's what he serves for a sandwich. If you can eat 2 of those, you're a better man than I. They're wonderful food from Athens. You remember the Greeks invented fast food. Did you know that? They really did. They really did.
After deal. What would you like for that, Leon? $60 for the 3?
Yeah, let it go.
After deal.
Oh, $25.
Settle on 20. $10 on your 78 record player? There.
$10?
Well, nobody plays 78s anymore.
Very simple.
Established in 1936, Corbett was India's first national park. It's named after the famous British hunter Jim Corbett.
The Nissan Xterra. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
What it is. What it feels like. What it is. What it feels like. What it is. We know what social anxiety can feel like, and Paxil can.
Okay. Mr. Parker, I called in that favor. See that woman down there? She's with the Justice Department. She's going to oversee the investigation. Make sure everything is done by the book.
You said you can get the Attorney General down here.
I know. I did, but I spoke with him directly.
You mind if I ask who hired you?
Ellison is authorized to handle this. You now have the support and over...
stands between Gotham City and the forces of destruction in the Batman Returns handheld game from Tiger. What do you want? To destroy the Penguin's evil army.
The time has come to punish all!
Defeat the Catwoman. Face the Penguin in 5 levels of skill.
You don't really think you'll win, do you?
The Batman Returns handheld electronic game. Now playing in a pocket near you.
That satiny smooth feeling. Now it's all yours with the Gillette Sensor Excel for Women. Feel its unique handle and non-slip rubber grip. Feel how the protective microfilms safely cushion your skin. How each blade responds to your every curve. Sensor Excel for Women. Hold on to the feeling. And try Satin Care, the moisture-rich shave gel from Gillette.
Wear your helmet, you idiot!
I wear mine. I wear a helmet taking a shower. I'm not taking any chances on falling and cracking my noggin again. Do the same for yourself.
A motorcyclist peels out of a convenience store parking lot in
Maybe in a year or so, I could get you a little job once in a while.
Gee.
We'll keep your name on file. Don't call us, we'll call you. What's your telephone number?
We haven't got a phone.
Them aside, exiled to the closet. Rescue them. Get most of your old video games out of the closet and play them like new with Game Genie. Jump higher, change levels, live forever.
Excellent!
For your Nintendo Entertainment System, Game Genie from Galoob.
My Johnny's back with more of his little Mother's Day present. He's just precious when he's on TV.
I'm your baby boy, Mama.
My Johnny lies over the ocean. My Johnny lies over the sea. My Johnny lies over the ocean. So bring back my Johnny to me.
I'm a mama's boy. Well, that was just sent out. He's playing the last board. There's 39 boards on a bowling lane, and Pete obviously playing the last one, as we've seen other players today. Now, he must strike on the next two shots to stay in the match. Our boss will win.
So it's a 7-pin. Pete a little disgusted and naturally disappointed, having gained the tournament leadership coming into our telecast.
Pete Weber with a strike here in the 11th frame would finish 194. Voss, I'm sure, will throw the ball right down the center of the lane, not even take a chance of the ball going out wide and having one of those balls slip off the chin. 194. Now, Brian Voss, who really doesn't have it won yet. I would be awfully surprised, Chris, if he doesn't just throw this ball right down the middle. No chance. There he goes, right down the center. See you later. That's a winner.
Okay, Brian Voss has won his 7th PBA title, defeating a very close friend and doubles partner, Pete Weber, here in the Bowlers Journal Florida Open at Merritt Island, Florida. Coming up next, 2 exciting events on ABC's Wide World of Sports. The ladies' competition and pairs report at the United States Figure Skating Championships and the World Alpine Ski Championships feature a report on the women's giant slalom.
The Professional Bowlers Tour has been brought to you by AARP, Making a Difference, and by Budweiser, Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, recognized around the world as the leader in sports television.
Savings. Experience low.
I think the interesting question, Jeff, is whether Trump really wants to set about being the leader of a governing party. He's shown ways that he's trying to be pragmatic, push the extreme right in his party down on the question of the...
Proof is a burden.
These prints come back to anyone?
Even the smallest...
And I love the science behind Nariva Plus. Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Nariva Plus fuels 6 key indicators of brain performance. More brain performance? Yes, please. Nariva, think bigger.
If you're over 50, imagine you could turn back the clock on your stiff, achy joints 10, even 20 years. Imagine you could do this with
An artistic statement, one's personal aroma shouldn't do the talking. So I use Right Guard Sports Stick with maximum protection. A true artiste should be known for inspiration, not perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
What do we have here?
This is my 11-year-old stock. He and his sister love to come out here and play.
Let's see if it smells as good as it looks. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Smell it.
Oh, yeah, that's not just plain clean. That's skating. Thank you for making me smell the toe of the...
Night against Rutland, doesn't it? Where's your school spirit? Funking your star player. I don't think this is the kind of a place a man would want to lend $500,000 to.
Mr. Hawk, we happen to have principals here at Medfield. I offered to help Biff, give him a makeup exam, but he couldn't be bothered. All right, so he's ineligible. And none of your vague promises about lending the school a lot of money is going to change that.
Mr. Hawk has already loaned the money. The school...
You don't think a young girl could ever like a repulsive little scab like you, do you? Well, she's simply... What? Bosom companions? Friends? Go to.
And he's got a big mouth.
Brought to you by New Blue Liquid Whisk, the liquid radio cleanest wash, and by Dove, the amazing new bath and beauty bar that creams your skin while you wash. Lever Brothers unconditionally guarantee satisfaction or your money back. Transportation for tonight's guest was arranged by American Airlines, American choice of experienced travelers everywhere, and famous for the Mercury luxury leader in the world of flight, gowns by Edward Abbott. The Price is Right is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production in association with the NBC television network. Don Pardo speaking.
Colgate's clever new tube, unlike most bathrooms, is easy to keep clean. You won't go overboard with the toothpaste because it's ingeniously designed to help suck back excess into the tube. It keeps its shape and refuses to scrunch up like ordinary tubes. And, to cap it all, it stands up. The new Colgate tube. Stand up for less mess. No, not you.
Players off the field and with the greatest precautions they can. Of course, the health and well-being of the players in the field is the medical staff. That's their main concern, and so that is a frightening picture. But we can't jump to conclusions until, of course, we get a report from the club.
Jeff Kemp with a very good day working, and the pass underneath the coverage is to Steve Largent. Largent breaks a tackle, and he is out to the 36-yard line, and the numbers continue to register. Federico making the tackle.
Well, Largent is taking care of every defensive back they put on him so far this afternoon. The quick look-in pattern. I would think that if you're the Detroit Lions, you must be so very frustrated. You've got to put both people underneath them and on top. A report on Fields, a concussion and a pinched nerve. He's being taken in for some x-rays, and again, if we get the results of that, we'll pass him along as soon as we can.
Largent now 13 receptions, 243 yards. Play action fake. Kemp rolling right on the first down, and he is going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. He may pick up a yard on the play, but it'll be second and either 9 or 10 to go for the first down.
By that time, it's exactly what Detroit did. They had a defender in front of Steve Largent and one behind him. It was actually his own, but they're playing man-to-man within the zone just to take Largent away.
Robert Thompson was there for the defense along with rookie Jerome Davis.
Now there's a look at it. Now Maurice Harvey, number 23, he'll get help. Watch him. He's just going to trail and make sure that Largent doesn't get past him. He's got help from Craig Federico, number 34, on the backside. That's the only way to take Largent away this afternoon.
Mark it, second down and 10. No gain on the last play. And the running game is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's Eric Lane. And he had to work just to get back to the 35-yard line, where it's going to be third down and 10. Robert Thompson again making the tackle.
And this has been a brutal afternoon.
Oh, look at Eric. Yes.
Yeah, all afternoon we've had several people taken off the field. Howard Richards went down with a knee injury early. Tom Andrews.
Performance was no good. Frank Garnett cost the city of Cleveland $100K. His use for success, and Frankie didn't know how to play. The light devil gets his name on a shirt. The dark angel lives in dangers in a grave in the dirt. They're both famous for the way the situation.
Just one egg McMuffin, 2 sausage muffin with egg, and 1 large OJ.
Are you sure you never did this before?
Thank you. Come again.
How'd it go?
I don't know how they ever got along without me.
Classic television. Hogan's Heroes.
Green Acres.
Arnold Ziffer. Who played him? Nobody. He was the pig. Remember Family Affair?
Mr. French. I loved him. He was attractive.
Pete, Link, Julie. Okay, Ginger or Mary Ann?
Ginger was a bimbo.
Mary Ann. Mary Ann or Jeannie?
Beechwood aged Budweiser.
Jeannie.
Crisp, clean, classic.
A hilt
A buzzard is two-faced. A goony old tank that'll lead you to sing a Hawaii.
You know something? I think he's a trickin' me.
A buzzard is two-faced.
On n'a pas tous le même goût du risque. À la caisse d'épargne, on pense que la meilleure épargne, c'est celle qui vous ressemble. Caisse d'épargne, l'épargne qui vous ressemble.
That's all, folks.